Hey there, do I have a one-shot for y'all? This is a DC20 one-shot with some people you're familiar with. I already did a previous video on this and the character creation, the session 0 of this one-shot. This is a level 2 one-shot, but I got some big names for you. We have Will from D&D Shorts, Chris from Trant Monk's Temple, Colby from D4 Deep Dive, and Mr. Rex. These guys were awesome not only to do a pre-video, this video, and a post-video that'll be coming next week. Spent a lot of their time to do this, and I really appreciate them for that. And they've also played DC20 with me before as well, some in person, some not. So I just want to say thank you to them, and y'all can go show them some love over on their channels as well. All of their links will be down in the description to go over to their channels. And if you like what you see with DC20 and you want to pick up a copy for yourself, link to that is in the description, which is also an affiliate that gives and kicks back a percentage of that to these guys that help set them out, as well as a thank you for them showing up to this too. Now let's get into the game. Here we are, people. We have assembled back again to actually play now. Characters have been made, and I can't wait to get started. So, Chris, introduce yourself.
Yes, so I run a YouTube channel called Trant Monk's Temple, and I talk about role-playing, and I do rules analysis and stuff like that.
Love
and
it.
That's about it.
Love it. Rex.
Well, I am Mr. Rex from the YouTube channel Mr. Rex. I mostly just do lore videos, just talk about, I mean, I guess we're all D&D YouTubers in one way or another. Soon to be DC.
I'll give you all the early access to the lore, bro. I got you.
But yeah, no, I mean, I just been doing videos for a long time. Took a break to write a book, which is
epic.
Hopefully it's gonna be done by the time that this video airs out.
Hey,
ready for people to buy,
Congrats.
so that'll be excited.
I backed it. I got you.
I'll probably have you put a link or something.
Of
if
course.
possible.
Always.
But that's me.
Will.
Yeah, I'm Will. I've got a YouTube channel called D&D Shorts, and yeah, I'm excited to play some DC20.
Let's go. Colby.
Yeah, my name's Colby, aka D&D Longs. The official name of the channel is D4, which stands for D&D Deep Dive. But anytime Will and I do a collaboration together, that's the joke. It's D&D Shorts and D&D Longs, because I talk a lot.
Can't help it.
And I go real deep on a character build.
Yeah, it's often said that we look a lot alike, like equally handsome.
Exactly.
Equally
All of your hair here, just the hair. The only difference is hair placement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Strong.
Black earphones, one of you has white earphones.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, if you ever get confused, yeah. Those old westerns where the bad guy has to have a black hat, so you can tell the difference.
Thanks for wearing a different shirt. That was could have been bad. So, with that said, now we dive into the town of Bremen. You find yourselves in the grand hall of Baroness Serafina, and you wait to meet the Baroness here in this waiting room. And you've been gathered around and gathered together by Guile, this well-known assassin type guy who is kind of contracted and look for the best of each different parts to puzzle piece and make this awesome team. You guys have never been worked together a mission in your lives, but Guile has a reputation. You know you've been brought together, and it has to make sense in some way. So now, as you look around the room, there's a bunch of other ragtag adventurers who have also been assembled. A group of all 4 just large individuals of all kinds. There's like a sneaky group in the corner with, you see one person and like 3 little invisible shades of people walking around. All different sorts of adventuring groups here. But now I want everyone to introduce your character in a movie clip that as y'all know before, and describe what they're doing, set a vibe, and then I want to see some sort of like trailer words that come across the screen to introduce your character. And we'll start in the same order we went with. So Trent Monk, go for it.
All right. So introducing Kazuvail, born of the Plane of Shadows. Kazuvail rains death from above, and of all across the bottom of the screen, Lord of the Edge.
Lord of the Edge. Nice.
So not an edgelord, but something totally.
Lord of the Edge. It's way more edgy.
Everyone's an edgelord.
It's way more edgy.
He's on his own.
He's the hipster edgelord.
Like no one else.
Nice. Yes. Now, Rex.
Yeah, okay. So envision a scene of a like town in flames with an ogre basically just having like in the process of defeating a bunch of goblins and also accidentally burning the village. Turns out it was actually the ogre doing the burning accident. But as he's doing this and fighting the goblins, the words like the voice of Suck, that's his name, come out to say, "My name is Suck, and they call on to me when they need something done, regardless of the consequences. I launched the competition, and I'm a little dumb." And then like and I just see the guy eating like a big munch of I don't know, like a big piece of meat, like cooked from the burning carcasses of everything around him, and the word munch just
Pulls back the meat, the flesh tears apart, and then freezes with munch, zug, munch. Love it.
And then,
love it.
And then as the scene ends, the words echoing in the background, they're just gonna go like, "I don't remember why I'm here."
Why am I here? Nice. And Will.
Yeah, you. So I guess the camera will do like a series of flashy cuts to an incredibly elderly man who is kind of trying to raise himself up and look cool. I guess we've got words like old, pain, as he leans forward, and you still got it. He's called Ignobius. And,
Ignobius.
I guess it kind of like zoomed into his face. It's like, my secret ambition is to get married. And that's that's what he's here for, and that's what he's ready to do. I guess he's also looking around at prospective partners.
Absolutely. And Baroness Seraphina, maybe she's the one, or maybe it's these other adventurers around you as you look, or maybe it's within your own group. Who knows? And on that note, we'll go over to Colby.
Yeah, Ariana, you would see her sort of like really doing her best to kind of be in this meditative pose. Maybe she's like on one leg, right, in some sort of tree pose. But there's like a fly that keeps like buzzing around her, and she's obviously like having a hard time getting her chakras aligned and finding the inner peace, right? And just like finally she just like full on, just smacks it out of the air, right? With like a open palm fist smack and send it splattering into the wall. And the word that would flash at first would come across, it would be like Zen master, but then it would just have a strike through line on that and just say striker.
Nice. Strikes the fly. Got it, Ariana. And you have all now been assembled in this waiting hall, and a deep bell sounds as the giant doors creak open to the grand hall. Two figures step through. The first is this crazed looking gnome man in alchemist gear. He's got marbled skin and like stone looking skin and like acne, but the acne are gems, like these purple and pink gemstones. This is a Terraborn in the setting. I'll send a video over to Rex and he'll do a lore deep dive on them later. But anyway, he looks a bit crazy. The hair he has is kind of raggled and looks burnt in some ways. And he's followed by a tiny spherical little humanoid golem, just a ball really with two legs, one arm. Also, the gnome walking through seems to have a slack sleeve with only one arm and one empty sleeve. And the golem is made of like a hodgepodge of knickknacks and things, nothing too clean looking. And the gnome steps out and gestures with his arms, says, "Hello! I am Melog, and this is Bebo." "Oh, hello. And he's, this is my time, Bebo. Next up." And he points over looks around, and you all come this way. Pointing to your group as you all it's y'all's turn being gestured in. And also, y'all are about the third group or so to gesture. The other groups have kind of all exited. Looking kind of down and disheveled and like kind of heads down and everything. And before you leave, Guile kind of grabs you before you walk off. "All right, listen up, people. Tighten up." And this is like a extremely muscular elven man with a big scar running down his face. I put a lot of work into this for you, so just don't go in there and beef it. And he kind of looks around all of you, makes eye contact with Ignobius. I don't know why I chose you, but focus on battle and fighting. Nothing of this marriage stuff. You keep telling me about the marriage stuff, but I want you to focus on fighting, okay?
Oh, absolutely, my chap. I will fight, and I will win the affections of a fair maid or gentle.
Fight for the effect. Yeah. Go. And you all walk this way, and from the lovely speech, you all get a D6 inspiration. Inspiration in DC20 is you roll it, see the result. You can add the D6 afterwards to any D20 roll you make, saves, checks, anything you want. So you have that, mark that down, and you head off into what looks like this large, massive museum. Ancient displays of ruins, suits of armor, relics, and what steals your attention is this massive, like, skeletal dragon. The museum's like almost like the size of like an airport hangar in our times. Looking up, you see this strung up bones of this massive dragon on the ceiling, hanging ominously. And as you walk up, Melog prepares you for the meeting. Listen up. The Baroness values good manners, creativity, and magic. Any of you know how to cast magic?
Yeah,
and put the...
I've learned my way around an incantation or two in my time, and I would be happy to demonstrate to the fair Baroness the magical prowess of Ignobius Trotter.
That sounds. You sound also very proper. Very good. Now, clean yourself up. You large ogre man. Not you, old man. You use meat on your.
I'm sorry. I just don't think I have any of those 3 things you asked for.
Oh dear. Luckily she's only going to ask one of you to step forward. The other of you can kind of help whatever brave soul steps forward. But she's going to be evaluating you as soon as she turns around. Bow right away. As soon as she turns around, bow, and then one of you will be called forward and try out and whatever. Good luck. I'll go let her know you're here. And he turns and he walks across over to this large, there's this, like, within the museum area, there's this, like, glass, almost like gardening looking area with some doors swing open, and you can see a big desk with a chair swiveled around back facing you that he goes in to let her know. And you guys have a minute or so to come up with some sort of plan of how you want to impress the Baroness.
I can't bend. I can't do he requested a bow. It's beyond my physical capabilities.
I'm very glad to do that.
Ignobius, you're always welcome to lean upon me for support. And yes, for the record, I am committing to a vaguely female,
elvish,
poorly British accent, in the presence of a Brit. And I'm
Let's go.
You speak elegantly, my elven friend. I appreciate the assistance, but I can say it's not really a matter of support, it's a matter of flexibility. I can attempt to bend, and perhaps the Baroness would be impressed by the snapping of a spine. But
perhaps Zug might just lift you and...
Yes, I can bend you.
Well, not bend. No. Just sort of, make him go prone if you would, but holding him upright so that he doesn't hurt himself.
Oh, I see. Yes, lift me physically and
sort of take him to our horizontal. Yes.
It's like a battering ram, if you would. Correct. Yeah.
Oh, that I understand. Yes, I'll do that.
I don't want to hurt him. He's very fragile, but powerful.
Thank you.
Looks can be deceiving.
What is going through Kazavel's head as this is the what you might have expected to be a bloodbath of a tryout of a battle of some sort to be able to see who's victorious for her to choose, seems to be wrapped up in manners and magic.
He refuses to admit that he cares what the Baroness thinks of any of us, so he's tuned them all out, and he's just going to let them talk.
As this ominous, like, demon man sits in the corner.
And he is busy brooding.
Ooh, brooding, yes. Okay, so
make a brooding check.
Charisma, baby. Let's go.
You do hear a little. of disapproval.
Oh, I didn't hear you say anything.
The mic didn't pick it up.
Okay, yeah. A disapproval of this whole thing.
No, you don't hear it either.
Oh,
Very quiet.
okay, subtext. I see it. So, he steps back out and kind of gestures his arm back over as you kind of walk towards this large room, and you enter in kind of a single file, and you line up kind of in front of the desk as she sits. You can't even see her. It's just the back of a chair. Baroness Seraphina, I introduce to you. Do you guys have these people? They're here. The large chair swivels around, and you see a regal human angel-born woman, dark skin with a dark green velvet dress, eyes almost like a backlit bright electric blue, sapphire gems match her jewelry and wrists matching her eyes. Crossed legs, kind of in this very regal pose. She sees all of you. Well, hey there, y'all. And she kind of squints her eyes a little bit with a smile.
I quickly grab Ignovius and I hold him like a ram, and then
I also do about. I might hit you.
Baroness, please. Thank you. It is our great pleasure to be. Are you still doing it? I guess. Indeed, it is a great pleasure. It's good to.
Real quick, Zug, give me an intelligence check.
Oh, God.
Beat a 10 to not smash his face into the ground.
Okay, I rolled a natural 13 intelligence minus 2, so we.
Oh, nice. So you're maybe you're just tall enough to where you pick him up and you battering ram him. You bow down as Ignobius, your head swings to the ground as the now double bow has happened, just missing the ground. You do not take any damage that you somehow could have taken from this social challenge of sorts. You're fine. Ariana, Ignobius, and Zug, you each get 1d4. This is a social inspiration for this little moment here. As she's like, I see that you'll have some manners, but the demon boy, what are you doing over there in the corner? You just look. Did I upset you in some way, Miss Sir?
Don't speak to me.
What he means is, don't speak to him in such an accommodating tone, madam. You're so far above like ourselves. You ought not speak. You ought to command. And I would like to cast Shield of Faith on her.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's an offering. None of us are worthy of your grace or your presence, for sure. Least of all our friend over there, and he recognizes this. He's just very embarrassed.
Wow. Okay. All right. So lovely. Shield of Faith goes out, and almost in this you've snapped her out of this anger as she kind of sits up and forward. And then you spin it very, very quickly, and with a check to support it. This blue shield kind of surrounds her. This blue arcane shield surrounds her. She kind of sits back down. So then, I would like to see one of you, which I have my eyes on you, sweet old man. You're looking good for your fine age. And she, how old is Ignobius?
He's an elderly half-elf, half-dwarf. So I'd say he's in his late 400s.
Okay. So she swaves her hand around, and she sees and knows divines how old you are. You're looking very fine for such an elderly age, and I would love to see you as an adventurer and things in this nature. I absolutely support it, and you are so kindly spoken. But what I would like to see is some sort of thing to woo me, something to impress me. As Ignobius has already done some of that himself just now, but I would like to see woo me in some sort of way to see why I should choose this group here for this adventure. So what this is now is a help challenge. This is a help challenge, so there is a system to this, but I do want to see what Ariana wants to do here. But what this is one of you are going to make a check. It is a regular, a check of some kind, based on however you describe. And the other three of you are going to help that person with that check in some way that you describe. and I will be assigning the level of dice, of help dice, D6, D8, D10, D12 or something, depending on how that looks or sounds. Creative roleplay reasons as to how that could help can level that up, or creative use of game mechanics, whether you have something on your character sheet or a certain thing that you can also do as well. So that's up to you guys on who wants to step forward and how the rest of y'all want to help. You can say that y'all plan this beforehand or just act on this in the moment offhand. So what is Ariana doing?
I think Ari would look around at her companions and say, as we rehearsed, and then she would go into like a very, well, I'm going to attempt anyways, a very sort of acrobatic display that's sort of almost like a dance-like martial display of where I'm like jumping up and maybe Zug's like, this is just a suggestion, you know, like launching me into the air, right? And so I'm just like kind of backflipping over
a martial arts dance.
Okay, I got the perfect thing for it. I do have a bunch of like grapple and throw mechanics, but
yes,
I think it would be dope because I have taunt as a maneuver. So I'm drawing her attention, and then what I do is like in the moments where I'm grappling, like Ariana to like throw her around and stuff, I can use my body block ability, because what it does is like if I'm the target of something, I can like put the person
in front.
Target.
Yeah.
So like I'm basically taunting, look at me, and then
throwing.
Not to be the source of attention. That's what I got.
And this is Kazuvel.
Wow. Okay.
Doesn't appear to be doing anything. In fact, he's like looking and very disapprovingly with his arms crossed. But the lights in the room start to flicker, and wherever the dance is lit up. The rest of the area is dark.
Oh, so the edgelord applying the darkness to the dark and spotlighting the. Nice. Okay.
I don't care what this Baroness thinks.
I'll have to roll a d4 as an unhelp dice just for the vibe. But no, Ignobius already saved that because that could have happened.
He is completely black. So
he's just gone. You can't even tell his.
he's the stage crew.
He's the lights guy. Yeah. And then Ignobius, what is Ignobius doing?
I think Ignobius would. So Ignobius can teleport up to one space before making part of the spell.
Yeah.
So can I just be teleporting in 5-foot increments? Yeah, sort of a.
Yeah.
With kind of a simple sword blade.
But it's choreographed so that like he'll appear and I'll sort of jump over him and then he'll appear somewhere else and I'll.
Ooh, Ignobius is like
roundhouse attack right before he vanishes again and appears somewhere else.
That's crazy. We all have magic. Look, all of us.
That's crazy. And my only clarification for myself is Ignobius saying anything during all of this? Because I just am picturing him like monologuing or something during this display.
I think he would be counting. I think someone.
Oh, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
And they said, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. He's not internalized the noise.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a conductor. Okay.
Yes.
The stage has been beautifully set now. So here's the DC for this help challenge is much higher than any one check could account for. Mathematically, it's very high, above 20 is what I'm saying. So you would, and there's also with challenges in DC20, by fives, successes actually incrementally matter. There are rewards on a sheet I have that are actually more and more and more, leading all the way up to possibly gaining magic items from this challenge if you can beat it by that much, right? Let's see how high this thing goes. And so Ariana starts up and says, as we rehearsed, and goes into, actually this whole thing would start off with Zug, because goes to Zug, taunts the Baroness, hey, look, we all have magic. Is that crazy? And she's like, huh? It's confused as why this barbaric figure would have and then you launch Ariana up into the air. So everyone's help dice for this. Ignobius I'm going to get, you all start off with what a D6 would be. So if you just describe something that would be like basically like, okay, cool, I see that, you get a D6 help. Ignobius has set the tone himself with everything that came before to easily upgrade this with the Baroness to a D8. So Ignobius, I want you to roll me a D8, but don't say it out loud yet. And then Rex, we'll do Cazavel, the stagehand in the background. Some creative use of adding the lights and the stagehand to make this more of a theatrical performance, even though he doesn't care about the Baroness. Upgrading you to a D8 as well.
And it's very important that you all understand he doesn't care what you think.
Does not care. So you will also have a D8.
Very upset if people don't realize that.
So you have a D8 as well. Roll your D8. Hold on to it for a second, though. And then Rex, a very crazy use. I've done lots of these types of things before. I don't know if I've ever seen martial maneuvers be used in such a way to describe a social dance that you used 3 maneuvers in one to be able to describe and piece that together. So I'm giving you a D10 to be able to do this chunk throw thing. So Rex, give me a D10. We're starting off with you. What's the value right now? And we'll save Colby's check here for the acrobatics.
Okay, and I should say it out loud.
Yeah. What'd you get?
Well, that is a 1.
Okay. So you get the attention. You start off with the launch up, but she's now kind of confused about the magic thing 'cause she hasn't seen any magic yet, and it's you launch up into the air. We're starting off with a 1 right now, but at least that was the help check, not the Colby's D20. And then now with the hunt 2 3, give me Ignobius. Give me your help dice.
I got a 4 on my
4. All right, we're up to a 5. And then Cazavel, give me your D8. 3. We're at an 8 right now. Okay, we're at an 8. So you're gonna have a +8 to this roll, which some solid dice there for some low rolls there. So you're gonna have to really bring it together for this acrobatics check. And I'll say your acrobatics check, especially with how well everything else has gone, that everyone also got behind you in this acrobatics. And I even kind of like the connection to the teleportation of the hunt 2 3s. You have advantage on the acrobatics check. So acrobatics check with advantage.
Okay. I got.
Okay.
So
a 2 on the dice, then an 11. Yeah.
Okay, but
plus
can we use our
5.
social inspirations?
Very nice. Yes, that is what that was for. So let's get the total up on Colby here. So 11.
So plus 5 if I get
Acrobatics. Yep. 100%.
16.
16 plus 8 is 24. 16 plus 8 is 24. So we're at a 24 right now. And then I need, I believe it was Zug, Ignobius, and Ariana did the bow. So each of you roll me a D4, which is clutch catch. Another 1, we get to 25.
Hey!
Another 1, we get to 26. And another 2. With 28. What's so funny is the DC is 25. So with that, reminding myself of the bow and how important that was, it saved as it's going. The dance, you rehearsed this before, but you never really rehearsed it, and you're just never have worked together. And then sometimes maybe even Cazavel's lighting changes, is throwing like, oh, it's dark now. Okay. And then but you pull it together at the end. You get the rhythm. Ignobius dials in the hump 2 3s, and you succeed the help challenge. And the Baroness is sitting back in her chair. Everything stops. The lights come back on as no one noticing. Well, I want to say that
I don't know. I don't know if I can turn lights back on.
Well, stops being so dark. There we go. Like the brooding and the amplification of lights. Things go back to normal as the Baroness stops, looks around as y'all. Ariana kind of breathing heavily. Amazing job, y'all. That was a lovely performance. Oh my goodness. Have y'all performed together before? That was lovely. The timing, the throws.
Only once, briefly.
Now, Zug, darling, you did kind of throw and just kind of stand there after, like you just did a throw, and then you just kind of looked at me funny for the rest of the time. But I think it was lovely how you started it off, and then the synchronization, and then also I didn't even see you anymore, the demon boy. But anyway, maybe you just don't care about what's going on here.
That is right.
As a small smirk.
He seems a little relieved. He said that.
There we go.
He's really happy that she couldn't remember.
It seems like you just don't care.
He doesn't care what she thinks.
Yes. So, I think this is it. This is it. Melog, cancel the rest of the applicants. This is the group that we're going forward with right here. And here you go. Let me give y'all. She starts opens one of the big drawers, and she pulls out four red vials of a red liquid. And there are 4 healing potions. And these heal for 2 hit points. So you each get 1. You put that in, and she goes, and you know what? We're gonna give you this as well. And she pulls out 4 more healing potions, but
Good, because I already drank mine.
as you drink yourself. But did you have? Were you hurt, darling? Were you hurt at all before that you had?
No, this is good. This doesn't hurt.
Oh, okay. Well, that was. Dear, maybe somebody else holds on to this one.
With the next 4, I'll take Zugs.
Okay, so you each have 1 healing potion and 1 living healing potion. Is what she describes it as. The place where y'all are going, darling, has some things that kind of go bump in the night, and they kind of awaken and move around and stuff. Inanimate objects become alive and stuff. These potions, the second batch that she gave you, the living healing potions, they will have a mind of their own. You can't open them unless you really shatter them. But if you bring them inside the tower brings them to life, and then if you're nice to them, they'll let you can be healed by them. So that should be lovely. And then all I need for you to do now is just go ahead and go to their tower, get me the Vitalium is what we're looking for, and it's going to be a big bright pink serum. It's going to be you can't miss it once you see it. We need that. That's all we're needing. And there's this it's abandoned wizard tower. Bring that back here, and y'all will be blessed beyond your wildest dreams. Y'all you look great. You sound great. Any questions?
Yes. What obstacles might we expect to run into on?
Things coming to life trying to kill you. That's usually what I've heard. Just like vines and stuff. Anything that's not alive could become alive and then want to kill you. That's about all I know, though.
Right. And what is this Vitalium exactly?
Vitalium is an animation serum. It brings things to life when you pour it on there. So it's kind of like you pour it on something and it comes to life, and it does your bidding, what you want it to do and stuff. So it's great. Yes, Zug.
If I eat something and then I drink this thing, does it come alive in my tummy?
Oh, dear God. If you drank a Vitalium, if something is alive and drinks Vitalium, I don't even know what would happen to it. I think you might just die on the spot. Alive plus alive equals dead, maybe. I don't know how magic works.
Darn it,
That is
take
how
me-
that works. It's true, yeah.
Oh, see? Ignobious. You are as sharp as a wit. Whew. So,
Yeah.
that is now Melog. I need you to give them some of your items and make sure they're nice and safe with your wards, I believe you call them. Yes, mistress, yes. Come this way. And she just kind of sits back and kind of waves goodbye to you guys as Melog kind of head down, kind of walks y'all off and away. And he escorts you over through the museum and kind of takes a turn away from the doors where you came from, and kind of pulls out this cart. And this cart looks like hoarders. Just random stuff, a collection of just absolutely random things, completely useless on this. All of these are things I've compiled and I have enchanted with protective magics to be able to protect you in this place you're going. So that things on you just don't start animating and coming to life. You just keep this on your person, each of you, and you'll be safe in that way. So take anything you want. And looking at this smorgasbord of random crap, what do you take? And this is open to you guys of what is on this table. The only caveat I have is it has to be completely useless. I'm talking like half-eaten Twinkie, whoopee cushion, random broken thing. So what do you take off of this table that you then put into your bag? No, Zug, it cannot be. There is not any meat on this table.
God damn it! No dead animals.
No dead animals.
Find like a dead rat in there.
There's a rabbit's foot. There's a rabbit's foot. Ooh. But it's on a little key.
Ooh, yes. Do you want to take that, Zug?
I'll take. Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, you said useless. I'll take the rabbit's foot.
Okay.
It's so fluffy.
It's so fluffy. You have this like fake plastic rabbit's foot. Yes.
Ari finds a little like it's just a crown of like woven flowers, but they're kind of dried and looking a little, worse for wear, but they still kind of hold together. She'll take that and actually just put it on her head.
Beautiful. And Ignobius and Casavel.
Casavel has found a skull, but it's not a real skull. It's an obvious porcelain decoration that looks really cheesy. But he seems to think it looks really cool.
What is it a skull of? Is it a skull of a human, or is it a skull of like a bird?
Like a human skull.
Okay.
Like you would see a 13-year-old buy in a gift shop.
Yes.
You got it at Nations Creations.
Yes. I see it. All right, and then Ignobius.
I will help myself to these handsome earmuffs. I'll just pick up a bra and place it over, sort of tie it around his ears.
Yeah.
That looks so good on you.
Thank you, yes. I know earmuffs when I see them.
Earmuff bra. Beautiful. And with these random bits of items that you have, you set off and start to leave. You leave the manor. 1 second. My son's in the background. 1 second. Down, bud.
Guys, I didn't bring any weapons or armor to this.
You are the weapon, though, aren't you? And I can be your armor. There we go.
Zug, we've been talking about this. Your body is the only weapon you need.
I did take a side point in Monk, so maybe you're right.
Good. I'm glad.
Chris,
I'm glad that my training has been paying off.
Can I really quickly, Chris? How do you spell your name? Your character's name?
It is K-A-H.
K-A-H.
All right. I saw his little leg karate chopping.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, here we go. All right. Okay, cool. So, you travel out, leaving the manor, walking by foot. You have a map and everything that was been given to you and prepared for. And you take your first day of travel, really just takes you out of the town proper and gets you to the spot where civilization, there's no dangers or any kind. You take a rest and then set off into the forest, into the woods. And this is when you're starting to get closer to where this tower is and the warning you've been given after Ariana requested for it is that the closer you get to this tower, things just start coming to life. So you find a spot to rest. You swear you see like a boulder that like rolls towards you guys and then stops. Or you saw like eyes on a tree that then close. Or you saw like the road sign was pointing one way, but then it swivels and it's now pointing another way. Or you see that the positioned like really close to you and then you turned around and it stopped moving type of situation. You keep seeing these things and you find a spot to rest. And now I need everybody to give me a fate roll as you set up camp and kind of rest. This is not an official term yet, but this is a fate challenge, which is not necessarily a challenge as much as it is a storytelling bit right here. To see who rolls the highest is what I want to know, and who rolls the lowest is what I want to know. D20, flat D20 fate roll. You don't add anything to it.
Oops. I did a GM roll. I'll roll again.
Oh, well done.
There we are.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Oh, wow.
We tied for last.
You tied for last. Wow. That's very interesting. Okay, so
Ari's in the middle of trying to explain to Ignobius that his likelihood of being able to attract a fair maiden while wearing a brassiere on his head is greatly reduced, and having no luck convincing him of
It is earmuffs, my dear, earmuffs. They protect one's ears from the cold. Saves money on heating, and frugality is a virtue in a man. If you ever need me to explain why I'm attractive, I'm happy to do so.
Please, I actually want to know why or how.
Oh, well, I offer a course. You're curious on being an alpha male.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And
Yeah, you strike me as exactly the type of clientele I'm
looking for. And that notion, as you all kind of wind down, it's been a long day of travel. Ignobius is definitely tired. You all get in your sleeping bags around the campfire. It is Zug's watch right now. Zug just can't go to sleep. He's so excited about this potential course that he wants to know and hear about. He's looking around, just kind of keeping a head on a swivel, or maybe just
An alpha sog.
maybe not even keeping watch, maybe just looking down and thinking about the possibilities of being an alpha Zug. And what you notice, Zug, you roll the highest, is you hear a softer grumbling and mumbling, and then a very elderly grumbling and mumbling. Can you, Ariana Ignobius, can you give me your best muffled mumbles and screams? Okay, yes. And Zug, you hear this, you turn around, and the sleeping bags that Ignobius and Ariana were sleeping in have consumed them and are in the process of eating them from the inside, as their sleeping bags have animated, came to life, and are eating them. Zug, what do you do?
Oh no, it's too late. They're already dead. What am I gonna do?
I try. I'll say like I'll go to like their bags to see if they have something to eat, but then I probably see them wiggling.
Like, oh no, they're still alive. Hold on, Alpha Sog is coming.
And I'm gonna do my best to try and I try and open. Okay, I don't know.
You can just rip them open if you want to try barehanded. If that's what Zug would do.
Two, and I'll try.
Okay. How about you don't know which one's which? So give me an athletics check, and I'll roll for which one it was, and the other one will be left to their own devices for the sake of it.
Natural 18, and I have 2 points
Nice.
in athletics.
So if you have 2 points in athletics, that's a +4, and so your athletics on your character sheet, all your skills on your character sheet would be the attribute plus however many pluses you have from your skill points, and that should be the final number. So I assume your might is 3.
God. Yeah. So I got
So
21.
plus that is 7. Yeah, so 20. You should be a +7 there. So yeah, 25. You rip open. Ariana comes tumbling out as the shreds of the muscle, sinew, and even feathers and fabric that is inside of this thing rip apart as Ariana falls around in some like slimy mucus covered as he tumbles out and hits the ground. As you still hear Ignobius, what are you doing?
Well done, Zug. Help me with Ignobius.
Where did all this slime come from?
It's disgusting.
What is Ignobius doing inside here?
I'm going to attempt to make an attack, and in doing so, teleport 5 feet. Can I teleport out? I'm going to try.
Well, depending on the roll is how this will go. So let's as Zug and Ariana kind of, we need to help Ignobius. Give me a spell check.
Is it a spell check or an attack check?
The beautiful thing, the beautiful thing is in DC20 it's the same. So you can absolutely have it be an attack check. I see because the attack triggers it. So
I
+4.
have disadvantage on attacks against creatures within 5 feet of me. But the teleport just happens.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give disadvantage on this. This is more so in the concepts of a challenge, almost more so than like straight up combat. So I appreciate the criticism of yourself.
Be my just plus my prime.
It's +4.
Yeah.
Because an attack check is prime, which is 3, plus combat mastery, which is 1. Y'all are level 2. So for anybody watching.
So it's just going to be a +4 total. Awesome.
Yeah. Nice.
Teleport out.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the sleeping bag for Ignobius is like trying to chew, but he's just so stiff, and he's just like the little. There's little windows where your vision opens up and you can see the outside, right? Which is usually you need to be able to see where you're teleporting to. So what is your weapon? Is it a cane?
It's actually it's a cane that turns into it's actually a whip.
Okay, yeah.
Actual, but it's like a chain. But yeah, the cane kind of collapses into a.
Yeah. And you just and you strike across, and as you see, you teleport outside and stand up right next to the body as the sleeping bag starts to roll and grab for you guys. Ariana and Zug intervene and rip it to shreds. As you then all three look over and you see Kazavel awake and not caring.
Yep. And Kazavel doesn't use a sleeping bag. His wings wrap around him against the tree, and he kind of looks up. Are you done? Hurry up and do it.
Ari will just take the shreds of the sleeping bag and just throw them at him.
I feel so
Try and
self-conscious when he
drape them
looks at
over
me.
him.
Terrible. No, you did very well there, Zug. You're promoted to third level alpha.
Third level alpha.
Yeah, the first third level. If you want to elevate, of course, you have to pay more money to rise in rank.
everything
That's a good level.
There is a money reward for this quest, so he could just give you his share, and that's absolutely.
Yeah, you could give you. Yeah, that's true. That would be
All
a
of
real
it.
Giga Chad move.
Gigazug. So you sit down and rest, avoiding any damage. Well done on that part. No damage taken by the low rolls there. Very done. Well. And you set back out on your travels. Still an uneasy rest as you arrive at the tall ruined tower of this. As you can see, even just kind of that I have here as an example of this. You see multi-tiered. There's some scaffolding on the outsides that look kind of sketchy and broken. There's the large base of the tower with it looks like sections of the tower just knocked off and gone. It's absolutely in ruins. It looks like it's been abandoned for decades, centuries even. And it's also as you're approaching, it starts to rain, and there's just rain, kind of this light rain, kind of drizzles from above. You see pools of water kind of dripping from parts of the tower and things. At the bottom in the wide opening, it doesn't even really have like a door. There's just a cave-in opening, and you can kind of see the inside kind of of the bottom of this tower. But from this distance, it's about all you see as you enter this large clearing, free from trees and stuff. So you're not worried about trees and vines kind of trying to grab you guys. But what do you do?
I like the rain is good. We don't have the sun in the plane of shadow where I am from.
He's so cool.
He's pretty dope. Hey, Zug, watch me drop some old school riz on this guy.
Yeah.
Kazuviel, did you fall from heaven?
Got him. You got him. So good.
No, it's not. It's a compliment. It's like a riz.
sorry.
No. You.
I know what you're trying, but you can cease trying because I'm a lone wolf. I work best on my own.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. Rule one of being an alpha, Zug, is to know when...
solo.
Yeah, it's to know when a mission is a fail. This one is not for me. This is not my future husband.
All right, listen,
Mark that up.
I'm going to check out the tower. And Ari's gonna just kind of try and make a stealth approach to the door and kind of creep inside and see what she can see.
Give me a stealth check.
I would, speaking of stealth, I would also like to be stealthy, and I will fly up and peer in all the windows and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a stealth check for you as well.
All right.
Okay, I got an 11 plus, so 18.
That's okay. 18.
12 plus 6, so same roll.
Nice. Wow. Okay. And then also,
but we were in forest, right?
yeah.
Oh, I have advantage.
Oh, that's right. Hunter.
Oh no, it's same number.
Okay, cool. So quiet as a mouse. You see this, and then after the annoyance of the attempted riz on you, you take flight. The wings unfurl like this cloaked cape that he has.
I didn't really have a chance to mention it, but my character doesn't walk. He's always like this much above the ground. The wings are always flapping.
And then they do a big flap this time as you take off. Yeah.
Completely
silent. You take up and land, fly up to the top of the tower. I'll say, give me, since you're literally flying at the top of the tower, or at second floor, looking through some parts of the tower. Give me an awareness check for you, Kazavel.
Yeah, and that's same thing. Good thing. 14.
Oh, advantage. Yeah. 14. Okay. So you looking through, you see like a small figure moving around inside. Like as you kind of moved up towards it, there's like some sort of block, like over a section of cracks. Like you see a body move away from it, and then start to run over. There's a small figure running around in there. That's what you get with a 14. But you only see one. And then you're up on the kind of the second floor area, and then you see Ari. You at the bottom floor, you just see one simple door. It's a large door, and there's like metal slats, kind of like metal bands, kind of encasing the outside of it. They all come to a point, kind of wrapping around this one central door. Everything else is just in ruins, and there's like just a singular door that has like survived the ruins at the base of the tower. Inside of it.
Okay. She'll go back out and just say, bottom floor looks clear. There's a door and a bunch of ruins. Granted,
and
everything might be able to come to life as far as I know, but it looks safe.
There is movement on the second floor. I only made out one target, but I did not have a good view.
I also say, as Ariana and Kazavel, once you approach the tower, the little living potion on your wherever you placed it on your person kind of comes to life and starts to kind of crawl around your body. There's little bottoms of the potion kind of unfold into like little, like almost like a little spider legs that kind of crawl around, and like the neck of the potion bottle has this like cork on top of it, but you couldn't have got it before, but now it's just kind of like it's crawling around you like a small little like spider dog type situation.
That's both creepy and cute.
Yeah. Don't let it kill itself by drinking it. Okay, keep it alive.
Nice.
I think I like mine.
I still have Zugs.
You have two of them crawling around you.
Yeah, I've got two.
No, I like.
I'm just holding like my little the rabbit foot keyring. I'm just going, come alive, little thing, please. And I'm like trying to like walk into the tower.
Okay,
I'll actually take the one off my shoulder and I'll hand it to Zug, but I'll be like, don't drink it. You don't want this to stop crawling, do you? And I'll give it to him.
I don't, and I like put it on my shoulder.
It's on your shoulder, and it goes over next to you and just kind of nuzzles on your cheek. And walking up to the inside the tower, you have the rabbit's foot in your hand, and you say "live," and nothing happens to the rabbit's foot.
That stupid rabbit foot. Piece of shit.
Are there any animal tracks or anything like that around? I have beast speech is what I'm thinking. I'm just on the off chance there's any birds actually about, or worms?
Yeah, I'll say for this case, give me an awareness check or an animal check, whichever one's higher. Awareness or animal.
Oh, okay, awareness it is. I've got a little star in awareness. That means I add +1 to it, doesn't it?
2 + 2 for awareness.
Oh, great.
Every bubble is a +2.
Oh, and I've got the little star at the end. So each bubble is +2, and then the star...
Well, the star at the end is the expertise in the skill, which allows you to put a second bubble in. Normally, level 2 characters would only have one maximum. The star at the end is expertise, which allows you to go one beyond what your maximum technically should be.
I've still only got one bubble, so it's just a D20 +5. Oh, a 24.
Nice. Okay. Looking around here, you see multiple like dead animal bodies. You see no like living creatures, and you see one of them. One of these, like there's like a bird that's like halfway in a rock, that looks like the rock is eating the bird, but then it stopped and it just became a rock again. And then the bird's body is just like halfway in a rock. But yeah, no living creatures in this near proximity. Walking in now, the Zug is at the bottom next to the door. And I'd say the general thing you made a check to be able to see someone's in there. But Kazavel, you also saw like there is an entrance at the top. Like there is an entrance at the top, like a gaping hole in the side of the tower that you could just go inside of. There's not a door, but there is an entry point to the second floor.
Do we want to go in through the door, or should I carry you all? I don't know if I can carry Zug.
I count as a large creature.
The other two.
With a solid check, you absolutely could.
Oh my lord.
Depends on what you want to do.
Does anybody have like a telepathy kind of skill or spell?
100% to both accounts, yes.
I was gonna say maybe we could do a pincer move, and have some go up the door and some through the window or whatever. But
out of character, splitting the party is always a bad idea.
yeah,
In character, I can go from above alone.
Sense of safety.
I
if we
work
stay
best
together.
on my own.
Time out. I've never seen such a responsible player playing an edgelord lone wolf in the hands of a responsible player that understands what they're playing. So this is great. This is great. Continue. Sorry.
I have many telepathies and I can fly, but I will go on the door from the floor.
So you work best alone, Kazuvail, but I work best in groups of 4. So
Then I will go with you.
Thank you, my good man. It's a pleasure. Yes, it's good. It's good.
It is possible he's slightly relieved to hear you say that.
I'll never admit it. Everybody else give me insight checks against Kazavel. I'm just kidding.
Very well. I will.
you're lying.
I can clear out this place on my own, but I will
entertain you.
I will accompany you to save your life.
So,
Thank you.
Zug, are you going through the door then?
Yes, I'm gonna open it or rip it open or talk to it if it's alive.
Well, that's a lot of. So, what does Zug do when he walks up to the door in this moment of indecision to either rip it open or talk to it?
I will try to crash into it.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Sir.
The DC for in general, all of this is kind of a 13 is what you have been trying to beat. If there's in DC20, there's encounter DCs. It's at a 13 right now, so you got to be a 13.
Can I help him by also doing a shoulder barge?
Absolutely.
I have a high strength as well, or high might as well.
Yeah. So you can also make an athletics check with him.
Okay.
Assuming
sure.
you don't want me
It's
to
not
grab
like
you
an-
like a battering ram like we did before, right? Just making sure it's not.
I mean, I didn't mind it. So yeah, okay. No, let's do it. Let's do that. I'm wearing a lot of armor. Good.
Solid.
Brittle like an oak tree.
Yeah.
As long as you hit me.
The non-moving spine really helps in this case to really be solid.
The entire body.
All the spinal fusion operations that you've had. Really come in
It's
handy
dwarven
here.
engineering back there. It's like a polearm basically. Let's do that.
Let's do that. All right, go for it.
Okay, I rolled a natural 14, so that would be 21.
Nice. And Ignobius? 16?
I got a 16 if I'm rolling from
Yeah.
a snap.
So, in what was gonna just be on Zug, the possible trap here, Ignobius joins in, and with a technical advantage, which I would have loved to see you both go into this trap. But the door, as you go through it, as you approach it, it's the metal prongs around it, come to life as a stereotypical mimic door starts to come to life as you just plow into the back of it and out the other side as it just stretches. Ignobius's head at the front, and you'll just like, you just pop through the door as flesh and bits of wood simultaneously splinter and shred down to the ground as you plow through the mimic door. Well done. And enter into a small little chamber room with a staircase leading up.
Yeah, we did it. First,
Yeah,
third
nothing
level, alpha
doesn't
chat
seem-
power.
No, you did well. Yeah.
I will scout ahead.
Be careful. The stairs might not be stairs. Well, you don't touch the stairs.
I will not touch the stairs.
Don't touch anything.
Nemesis stairs.
Well, I mean, you speak sarcastically, Ariana, but quite literally.
Stairs are difficult. At my age, stairs. Nemesis indeed.
That was something my old kung fu master used to say.
Sound wise. Well, they sound wise, I should say.
As you go up the stairs, entering a large circular room, it looks to be like the diameter of the entire tower is how big this room is. It really opens up, and you see. Imagine like office.
I am, by the way, stealthy like the night.
I
It
don't
is-
see him anymore.
It is decently dark in this room, yes, as well. And there's rain still falling inside through the cracks. It's not raining on you because you're inside a tower, but there's still like drops of sections of leaks all through the tower. But imagine an office cubicle with like lots of rows and walls that have been just collapsed. So you can see the maze that would be going across the room, and across the room is this sweeping staircase reaching up. And in the rubble, amidst all the rubble looking down, you hear a cackle, followed by a small shatter of glass that you hear breaking. This bright pink fluid, which triggers you of some sort of, is that Vitalium? Bright pink fluid fills and pools in the waters as you see like a burst of pink magic from the center echo out. You see it go through the cracks of the stonework, and like the water kind of starts to glow with it for a second. But then everything's fine. For nothing happened. And then looking up to the top of the stairs, I'd say Kezavel immediately spots this. You see a familiar face of Melog. Well, look who we have here. I do love to experiment, you know. Let's see what those items you chose can do. And little Bebo, oh, time to die. No, it's not time to die. It's time to live. As you start to feel objects on your person, you see the Zugzug, the little rabbit foot in your hand, starts to grow and get larger and kind of sprout and change. Yay! As the Kezavel, your skull, the skull grows so large it rips out of wherever you've placed it. The skull kind of falls and rolls over to the ground as the rabbit foot meet together and form this crazy skeletal bunny amalgamation of a skeletal bunny golem. Comes to life and roars with this buck skull teeth and fake rabbit fur with massive fake rabbit claw paws. The crown of flowers around your head starts to wrap around you and like embed into your skull as the crown of flowers turns into a crown of thorns that's trying to rip your head off. And finally, around the head of Ignobius, the bra starts to encase and grow in size and try to encapsulate you into a bra ball that is trying to capture you like a Pokeball. And you are inside of a two halves of the bra have closed in around you and are starting to, not yet, encapsulate you entirely. This is a combat skill challenge. So how these work, if you need a refresher, everybody's going to get one check that they describe something they do to try and beat the DC. I've already said the DC is 13. You're trying to beat it. And if you beat it, you get 1 success point. If you beat it by 5, you get 2 success points. Beat it by 10, 3, you get the idea. And you're trying to, if you fail, there's potential for damage. And if the entire group fails, there's a potential for even more damage. As you see, Melog laughs as he sprints up the stairs. For the final test! Prepare! And he runs up the stairs. What do you guys do? You can interact with your own objects or each other's or whatever thing was interesting. You don't have to apply a check towards each individual thing. This is more of a story beat moment here. But what do you all do?
Yeah, Ari would just very sort of nimbly and agilely try to pluck the, trying to avoid, getting the thorn.
Wiggle out of it. Yeah.
Exactly. Kind of just.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't make the check yet, but that's going to be an acrobatics check. So just remember that. It's an acrobatics check that Ariana's going to make. What's everybody else doing?
Kazuvail flies to one corner of the room that is dimly lit, snaps his fingers. It's now dark, and he's like, whoa, and he hides in the darkness. Leaving everyone else to their death.
Let's go. No, I can't wait for after this is done. I can't wait to talk about this moment. I love advantage, I assume.
Doesn't care if you live or die.
So you're gonna make a stealth check with advantage, okay? Is what you're gonna make. All right, so don't make it yet, but that's what it's gonna be. And then Ignobius and Zug.
We agree to let this guy come with us.
He immediately
I'm trying to get laid over here. My bad.
What are the other Zug and Ignobius?
I'm gonna punch the rabbit sculpt thing with my fist, really hard.
So it's gonna be an athletics or attack check or athletics check, either one. And if you do cast a spell, Will, any spells cast here don't cost mana. If you describe some sort of magic you're doing, it's more so like the features you're doing. It doesn't cost magic, and you can make a spell check. Spell checks are a +4 as well, so that also works. I don't want you to worry about spending any mana here.
Yeah, I think in that case I will throw down it's the earmuffs are made of like a very attractive lace material, mostly paper mache, I believe.
Yes. Okay. I see. Yes.
So I'm gonna try and burn my way out with a gas.
Nice.
Like stamp the cane onto the ground and sparks. As I cast a firebolt.
Let's go.
Burn my way through.
Good example of a creative use of fire against your thing, so I'm going to give you advantage on that. So that's a spell check with advantage, all right? So as this all kicks off, we're going to have Kazuvel go last here. Zug, give me a punch. Give me that athletics check, and Ariana, give me your acrobatics check real quick. We'll do the all two right now and see how many skill points we're amassing right here.
I did an attack, and that's a 20.
20, nice. 20, that's 2 success points. And 22? 22, that is another 2 success points. That's 4 success points off the bat with both of y'all. Immediately, like as the crown starts to grow, and you like squirm out of it, it starts to fall to the ground, and you like kick it away as it like hits the wall and breaks. As Ariana is immediately able and ready to help the group, instantly dealing with her object. As Zug also, this bunny, it came to life like you asked it to, but then it was going to kill you. And that makes you mad or sad. Your choice. And
hungry.
It makes you hungry. Yes, both of those, it makes you hungry. And you dash forward, smash into this thing, and start biting it and punching it apart in all sorts of ways. These two, the skull and the rabbit, combined together, and you smash through both of them. And now give me Ignobius, the fiery bra blast. Oh my God.
+4.
A nat 20. A nat 20 also. So that's 4 points already. And then we have also, and again, there's a DC for this, or there's a number of success points that you need, right, in order to succeed. But every additional success point does give you more and more cool things. So y'all are crushing it right now. And Kazuba hasn't even gone yet. So a 24 is on the 24 is 3 success points plus an additional success point for it being a natural 20. So that is 8 success points right now. And then that brings us to Kazuvel. You take to the shadow.
Now, 2 nat ones.
What?
How is that possible?
Oh my god! No way.
He goes like this, and he turns off all the lights in the room except where he is.
Putting a spotlight and at the top.
Throw your cape around your back, and it just catches on to something. You start hanging yourself.
Quick, what's the statistical probability of getting 2 nat 1s?
1 in 400.
1 in 400. and do you have a cape on, Kezavel?
No.
Okay.
Two glorious bat-like wings.
Yeah. So you go up to the top, and in this one spot that you've curated to be the safest spot, the tower teeth come up behind where you open up. The tower itself opens up a mouth as it then bites into the back of you. You take 1 point of damage from the tower starting to fly by, and you see this. You fly away, and actually a natural 1. Sorry, that's 2 points of damage. An additional 1. You take 2 points of damage as you have backed yourself into a corner here, and you fly back away from it, and then flying in the center of this large cylindrical room, looking down as the team has dispersed of all of the animated objects. And that was a success. Y'all had 8. You needed 4 to succeed. And you did a +1, 2, 3, 4, which is the maximum possible that I have here of a +4 success on this. So you all get a D12 combat inspiration dice, which is the highest possible. If you succeeded, that's just it. You would have succeeded, that's all. But if you beat it by 1, you would have got a D6, then a D8, D10. Y'all got a D12, and you all gained 4 temporary hit points, including Kezavel, after the damage was taken. So you can mark that down how you would like. But this D12 combat inspiration is also a side note DC20 thing, which kind of alludes to some of how the exploration pillars of the game will work. There is inspiration I gave you guys at the beginning. That transcends the whole game. It transcends sessions. It lasts for however you have it. You can use it on whatever. This, y'all did a combat skill challenge leading into a combat. This combat skill challenge granted you this combat inspiration for the next combat. And it only is useful on the next combat, then it goes away. Right, which is the sake of this one shot, so it's a little bit more simple here, but that's the idea. So with 4 temporary hit points and D12 inspiration, another mini timeout is I love the run up into the corner, hide away, and stealth, because you're still contributing. If he hadn't, now Karma gave him 2 nat 1s, but if you could, Kezavel could have got a nat 20 up there, and that still would have contributed to the story part of the group and everything. And it's not like his edgy choice screws you guys over, because it's just all about the story. So I love that beautiful demonstration there as well. So you've all kind of settled in there. You saw Melog here and Bebo. They're running up the stairs for some sort of final experiment. What are you guys doing?
I would check to see if Kezavel's okay. Firstly, are you okay up there?
Oh yes, I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Ari would just take off up the stairs.
I'm trying to scoop up some of this liquid the guy threw into the ground or pools.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Give me a trickery check. This is the quickness of your hands, of how well you're able to kind of get down and a very agile type of thing to kind of scoop together some of this liquid to have it in your hands.
Do you still have the empty potion bottle that you drank earlier?
Of course I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're thinking ahead.
I'll give you advantage on that. Nicely done. You go scoop it up.
Helps. So that's 16. But I
Nice.
used my original inspiration, the first one you gave us, the D6. Just to super.
Yeah.
I can improve it somehow, right?
Yep.
That's an extra 6, so that's a 22.
So another cool thing, and in these things, especially whenever we're playing a game that people are also learning, by fives matter across the board. So the DC, like I said, for the encounter was 13. So with a 16, you beat it, but a by fives means even more. So beating it by 5, you scoop up a full vial, not a partial dosage of like, okay, you have something you scoop up a full vial of this liquid. You normally potion bottles aren't filled all the way up to the top. Normally, they're like a little bit halfway full or so. You scoop as much, you fill this to the top of a diluted vial of some sort of Vitalium that has brought things to life, and can use that however you see fit going forward. Who knows what that's going to cause. So well done there. As you all dash up the ruined staircase, water trickling down, that's kind of flowing down the stairs, making the stairs even more deadly of a nemesis. Water stairs as you dash up the stairs and appear in this area. This is let me position it here as well for myself. You appear in this area. Let me see. Okay, we can see it. Everybody, all the people at home can see it. Okay, we're good. You appear in this area. You can all position yourselves. You can position yourselves anywhere behind this line right here. That you can position yourselves wherever you want in this room. But you enter in and you see Mellog standing on top of a bookshelf. You see these bookshelves, but they're not just bookshelves. They are junk shelves. They are full of just the same table of crap you guys had. It's that, but an entire tower room full of junk. And off to the side here, us peeking around the corner, you can see Bebo peeking around the corner here. Right there, yeah. You see him peeking around the corner. You see Mellog standing on top of the bookshelf. And Mellog holding a giant vial of Vitalium, this bright pink liquid as you all rush in here. You're too late now! It's time for the big experiment! As he just starts to uncork it and just flip it upside down one-handed and just kind of rips it out with his mouth and just starts pouring it all over the shelves that he's standing on as it starts to kind of sink into the shelves. The shelves start to kind of shake, and as he stops to pour it, he loses his balance, and you see him kind of fall off over to the side here, disappearing behind the bookshelves as the rest of the vial, very large vial, bigger than the one he threw into the room, splashes into the room and again hits these different pools of water and spreads all across. And you hear from the bookshelves, he goes, "Arise, my minions!" As he seems to have hurt himself. But what you also see in this room, the room shifts and changes as the bookshelf emerges into a giant junk golem. The bookshelves amass in themselves. You see a head come out. You see a large head. The head is like a broken vase jar with like one gem for an eye and like a doll head for the other. And some razor blades of sharp objects around where the mouth is. As you then see the rest of the room start to fill up. And you start to see different, let me see if I can do them all at the same time. Water, the water itself in the corner starts to animate and rise up and bubble up as you see these like water elementals, but they're strange. They look thicker than, wait, why can't I? Oh, there we go. They look thicker than water elements. Why can't I select things? What is this? That's weird. Okay, there we go. Can you see that one? All right, yes, all three pools of water have animated with some bubbling up, thick-bodied looking water shapes as they all swirl and turn to life. Everybody roll for initiative. You do have an initiative on your tracker. This is comment, boom, play it. There it is. Your initiative is on your character sheet. It is your agility plus your combat mastery is what your agility is what your initiative roll is. And when you roll for it, you are trying to get you're trying to beat the encounter DC, and half of you need to beat it for the group to win is how this works now. So you roll for initiative, and 2 of you need to beat this DC. But I want to see what you guys got.
I don't think we can do it, guys.
Another nat one. Dang.
That's 3.
Can I use my advantage, my combat advantage on initiative?
What do you mean combat advantage?
The advantage that we got. Oh, it was a D12.
Oh, the inspiration? You absolutely could if you wanted to.
I could use I don't know.
You could.
I don't have anything that I can re-roll. Or did you give us?
You have a regular inspiration, you have a regular D6 inspiration, and you have a D12 combat inspiration. I think Will used his. I think it's the only person that used theirs already.
Used mine on the very first spell, yeah.
Yep. But also, the group, 2 of you would have to succeed for the group to win initiative, and then y'all would be able to go first. But it's not looking like that's going to be possible. Yeah. So, did anyone beat a 14? No. Okay. Nope. And not only that, Kazavel rolled a natural 1, and you are exposed now. So you're exposed. The first attack against you has advantage. It only lasts for 1 round, so if you don't get an attack on you, it goes away. But a natural 1 on initiative means that I go first because wow, that was crazy. And now how it works is it's a back and forth. So how the group winning initiative, another mechanic that I can't showcase here, but I will say is if you beat the initiative, if you beat higher than the initiative, you get a combat inspiration for that combat as well. It's just another thing that happens across the whole game for every single combat. But that didn't happen here, but that's fine. And y'all got that D12 inspiration, which you might need now. So first combat, or first up is my turn, and these pools of water start to bubble up and start rise and swoosh out towards you guys. So then we got a 1 right here, and we have another one's coming this way. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. That's all this one can do. And then this one's gonna go 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 right there. Right. So swirling in and around everyone. Actually, no, it's going to end right here. Yeah. These 2 first elementals did not. Oh, there we go. That's what that was. I was missing there. Move that away. Okay. These three elementals. The only one that's able to attack is this one. You gather.
Yeah. Now I'm not sure how high the ceiling is, but that's where I am.
Oh, you're on the ceiling. Dang. Okay. Yeah. So the ceiling is 2 spaces high, as far as that goes. So, I'd say 3 spaces high. So you're able to fly up at the top. You're at the ceiling. This water elemental would not have gone to you. It's going to swirl over to Ignobius. So there you go. Nicely done, Ignobius. You're going to get 1 attack from these guys.
Yeah.
And
glower at them.
Glower at them. That's a 16 against your PD. This is a splish attack.
Yes, I will parry as a reaction in that case. That's one of my maneuvers to add +5 to PD.
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yep. And also, it's absolutely fine for this one, especially because this is the first time. But if you want to parry or do something like that, you have to say it before I say the number. But yeah, absolutely, it's fine for this time. It's totally fine for this one.
That's a lot fairer how it works in D&D.
Yeah. Like, is it worth it? It is worth it. And then let's see if it works or not. Yeah. But absolutely. So you spend 1 action point right now to parry it, and you avoid the damage misses you completely. And there's nothing else there. These little guys you've also gathered, they only have 2 action points. How cute. They're just little guys. That's their turn. Back to you guys. And now y'all as a team can choose who goes next. Just like I as a game master am choosing who goes next for me, my people, y'all can choose amongst yourselves who goes next. Who's that?
I've got a good thing that I can do if I get flanked to do damage to multiple enemies. So
we might want to wait for you to see if that happens.
Well, no, because I can move.
Oh yeah. Oh, you could just move in between these 2
right here.
Go ahead.
And then, is that cool?
Yeah,
you guys mind if I go?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Ooh, monk
So
stuff.
I'm gonna use my technique, my heroic leap technique.
Ooh, okay.
Which I spend an action point and a maneuver to move up to my movement.
Action point, stamina point. Yep.
And then make an attack.
Yeah.
Against one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do that first. So I'll move and attack. I'm going to attack this guy to the north.
Top one. Yep. Gotcha.
And let me just do that first really quick. I got to just remember. So that's my roll +4, right?
Where's your roll? 15 + 4, 19. 19 to hit is a heavy hit.
Nice. So, okay. Let me maybe just explain really quick. And this is something that I love, by the way, in the DC20 system, is the ability to do custom weapons. So
Oh yes, you have really cool custom weapons.
And mostly it's for flavor because I want to be like this unarmed fighter, but like I have like a leather shin guard and like a spiked fist wrap, right?
Yeah.
That essentially are like a pick and like just like a fist weapon, and it's not really on my. I mean, for mechanical purposes, like I'm dual wielding.
Yeah.
So if I need to like use my hands for something, I'm gonna have to like sheath a weapon and things like that, and I get that, but just kind of flavors free, right? So
Of course, love it.
so anyway, so I'm making a hit, and both of these weapons are guard weapons, which give me a bonus to my PD, my defense, and impact weapons. So it gives me
Heavy,
damage on
nice.
every hit.
Yep.
So normally
Love
I
it.
do 1 damage. That means it does 2, right?
Yep. Heavy adds an extra 1 so on the heavy hit, and so it normally deals 1 damage. So yeah, so you dealt 1 damage. Everybody deals an extra damage because it's a heavy. You get another one because the impact property heavy. Yep. So that's 3 damage.
3 damage to that guy.
Gotcha.
And then okay, so that was 1 action point and a stamina. But since I made a successful check, sorry, I'm a newbie.
Yeah.
That means as a monk, I regen a stamina point.
Yes, you do.
Right.
You regen. You have 2 total stamina. You regain half your stamina every time you do every martial has a different way to regain stamina, and you've procced yours. So once per round, you can regain stamina in this way. So yeah, you regain the stamina from that. Yep.
Okay, cool. Then the next thing,
Love it.
for my next action, I'm gonna go into mongoose stance. First of all, I can do that as a monk. Just
Starting off combat, you choose a stance for free. Yeah.
Okay.
You can just say you're in mongoose stance. Yeah.
mongoose. And that's kind of a multi-target damage
Mm-hmm.
that says that my melee attacks deal +1 damage when I'm flanked. So could I have done that? I guess I should have done that
Yeah.
before I went into combat.
Well, that would be another damage on this thing already. Yeah.
Just 1 more.
Yeah.
But then also, when you make a melee
Mm-hmm.
martial attack against a target, you can make another melee martial attack
Mm-hmm.
for free against a different target within your melee range.
The mongoose stance is like you're surrounded and you're able to. Yeah. Absolutely. And this is perfect.
So with the attack that I made against that
Mm-hmm.
guy, I'll make one against this
For free. Yeah. Absolutely.
guy, right? For free, and that's 14 to hit.
14 to hit just hits. So that's going to be 1 damage plus 1 from your mongoose.
+1 from mongoose. That's 2 damage.
Yep.
Okay, so
Got
that's
it.
2 actions. Now, help me understand. If I'm normally you have disadvantage if you're trying to do the same thing twice, right? So like if I'm making an attack and then I make another attack, well, you have disadvantage. But if you're dual wielding, you can sort of make one with one and one with another, and on that second one you don't have disadvantage.
Right. Now, one thing I'm also double checking is I don't think that second attack. So when you make a martial attack, you can make this bonus attack. You can make another for free. Yeah, it's free, as in it doesn't cost you an action point. So you don't spend that. So you've only spent 1 action point, and you've made this two attacks. That's from mongoose. You only benefit from that once per round. So check, big, huge, double bang bang on that. And now since you're dual wielding, you can make another attack without disadvantage. Yes.
Without disadvantage. Okay, so I'll make that. I'll make an attack against the guy to the north of me.
I see it. Yep.
And it's 20 to hit.
20 to hit. That's another 4 damage.
Okay.
And it pops. This little guy swirled up. You hit it for 4, and most of its body just the water splat. You know the tension of like slapping the surface of a water. You monk strike, and it just like shoots backwards. Hit the one behind you as you spin around again and finish it off as it just reconstitute what's left of itself. Splats it away. That is gone. Nice.
Now I have 2
action points left.
2 more action points. Okay. I have too many action points. You know what? I'll make another attack against the second one here.
And you can spend an action point to give yourself advantage to cancel out the disadvantage if you want to do that as well.
So let me do that.
Okay. Straight roll.
My last 2 action points to just make a straight roll. And that is a 21, dirty 21.
21, almost a brutal, but that is another 4 points of damage, which also pops this one. They have less than 6 health you gather now from that, and boom, both of those water elementals that spent their whole turns running over to you, pop, gone.
Okay, and she'll do it. I mean, she just runs in there and she's just like a flurry of like fists.
Oh, absolutely.
And then pops these two, and then she just kind of goes. She does the Neo at the end of the Matrix, right? After he blows up Agent Smith, and she's just like.
After the flurry of blows, for sure, love it. And at the end of that, I will also say, you see, there's still some lingering bubbles in the water over here, and here. But a very quick display of taking out 2 of them in one go. Well done, Ariana. And now it goes back to the bad guys.
One last thing. So,
yeah.
As a monk, when at level 2, I took the monk
Talents lets you switch stance again. Yep.
So I can switch again for free. I'm going to just go into Cobra stance.
Okay, nice. I see it.
It's like a snakety snake.
So you flirt around, and then you stop, you Neo, and change stances. Epic, I love it.
It's like good for counter attacks.
Yes. I see it.
In case I get hit or attacked.
Love it. So now you hear, go, Golem, go, furry! And then the golem is now taking its turn. The junk golem rises as it's finished constituting itself. It starts to lurch. Actually, no. I'm changing my mind on this. Okay, this will be cooler. Melog pops his head out from around the corner with you all kind of bunched up and together, and you see him take out some. He has many vials all in his person, and he takes out one and chucks one of the vials out and across to you guys, and he is going to be targeting Ariana, the one that just popped all the water things. So this is going to be, let's see, there's Melog. I need you to give me a physical save, Ariana. Sorry, an agility save. Damn it, that's definitely, maybe he won't target you next time. Give me an agility save.
Sure, so it's this plus 4, so 14.
14 is the DC for this encounter, so you save on that one as it splashes and hits you, and your own boots start to feel like they animate, and they start to grab tighter around your ankles as you pull your feet out of the pool of this like pink liquid that just splashed on you and got soaked into the rocks below. And his attack against you, you also dodged that. I rolled an 8 to hit your PD. It's a 10 to hit your PD. What is your PD?
My PD is 19.
He has min-maxed his PD.
I'm very hard to hit.
As high as possible, so I should have even... I made a bad choice. That was just a bad call on me right there. Exactly. Exactly. Which I made the choice that makes no sense, and then he's like, well, never mind, and then he's going to now try and throw one at the old man right next to him. So give me an agility save, Ignobius. I don't know why I keep calling you Ignatius.
Yeah, it's bad. I have double disadvantage on these.
Yes, there we go. He's making some good choices now.
So first, yeah. So it's 3d20.
Yeah, you roll 3d20s and take the lowest of all of them.
Yeah. Sorry. I got
and you tell me what you got.
It's my one weakness is being slow and bad. I get a 9, which is actually.
Hey.
You know what?
Still fails. Sorry.
I'm thinking about using my D12.
Oh. I mean, 9. You get a 5. You gotta get a 5.
Yeah. On average, I am favored here.
Oh, an 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Total.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
he is trying to animate your own clothing, your own things on you to really try and screw you over. And you summon all of the nimbleness that you have to offer, and you just spin out of the way. You just kind of turn quick, like you just turn as stiff as possible, almost like the dance from earlier. And the vial misses you. But the attack part of this, the spilling of the animation liquid you dodged, but does a 14 hit your PD?
It does not.
Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Still nothing from Melog as he then dips back behind this corner and tries to hide from you guys once again. So that is Melog's go. Back to you guys.
I could take a turn here. I am eating the rabbit, and it sucks. It tastes bad, and it upsets me, and I go into a rage.
There we go.
Spend one action and one stamina point to go into a rage. I throw. Oh no, wait, I'll keep the bunny for now. But I'll do. My movement is 6, and that's an action point to move, right? So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. If I can move through.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, 5, 6, and then I'll say.
Come out from whence you came and create for me a better meal, piece of shit.
And I'll do the my technique, the super taunt.
Oh yeah, heroic taunt.
Heroic taunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I didn't put points into intimidation. So I
You
will
can do it
do
with might as well.
attack.
You can do it with an attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could do an attack check. Yeah. So I'll do an attack check, and I'm assuming that will be against all of them.
Yep. 5.
That'll be an 11 plus 4.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Do is there a degrees of success on this one too?
Unless it says each 5 or something on there, I don't believe so. They would be taunted by you for the whole round if they fail.
Gotcha.
So what was your attack check total?
Natural 11, so 15.
Fail on the golem, natural 1 on Bebo, and fail on Melog as well. All of them, and you are heroically taunting every single thing in the room right now.
Yeah.
And then I'll do my last, because it's 1 action to move,
and-
1 to rage, 1 to taunt. So the last one, I'm gonna throw the haunch of meat to the golem.
The meat that's the big thing of meat you have.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
So I can throw
Up to 5 spaces. So yeah.
5 spaces, but I have mighty hurl, so I guess I can do 5 more spaces.
Well, yeah. So it's definitely in range of your attack here. So give me an attack check. This was do what?
Just to get more powerful, like the more. Or that's only for when I throw people.
Yeah, throwing creatures and like actual like sizable things and stuff. Yeah. This is essentially like a weapon that you're just kind of throwing your meat weapon. Side note: is this meat weapon Is this a weapon that you flavored to be a meat stick, or is this just a slab of meat you're throwing?
No, yeah, it's literally just a piece of meat.
Okay, absolutely fine. This is a 1 damage improvised. Absolutely, go for it. So give me an attack check at disadvantage because you did use an attack check already.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Can I use? I cannot use grit points for this, right? To get advantage.
Grit is only like a defensive thing for advantage on saves and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be a 3 plus 4, 7. And I will not use anything for this.
Yeah. You chunk the meat. You hit it. The meat flies off and it just splats into, it gets impaled on a pokey bit on its head, and it just has a meat haunch on its head now as it's rolling towards you now.
I'm sending a message.
Yes.
And then I'll say loudly to everyone else,
Guys, the water things are spawning from the pools. We have to drink the water from the pools quickly.
And with that, the epic taunt has absolutely worked in this case as the golem lunges forward 1, 2, 3 to make some attacks on you. And as this golem is moving, you gather its move speed is 3. just for the record. It's very slow launching forward as the meat thing sticks onto it now. It's going to make it so it's 1 action point to move there, and now it's going to make a slam attack on you. But I need you also to give me a physical save along with it. It's trying to grab you.
Okay, and physical save, I'm sorry, is
Might or agility save, whichever's higher.
okay. Got you.
Yeah. And then what you got on that?
11 plus 3, 14.
14 is the DC. Y'all keep just getting it. But he is coming at you with a big old slam for 15 to hit your PD.
Oh no, that like 15. Oh god, that is a brutal hit.
Okay, because you're raging. Yep. The big smash down is 3 base damage, heavy, brutal. That's 5 points of damage, but you have that since you're raging to 3 damage.
3 damage.
So boom, 3 damage. The pros and cons of the low defense, but you have all the damage you take, right? So there you go. And that is that's 1 attack there, and then it's going to. Oh, it can't because Mellog's right there. It can't do that. So it's going to do that one more time and try and grab you again. This time it's his attack's at disadvantage though. And give me another physical save. 1, 1, 1. And I am spinning an advantage to cancel out that disadvantage.
Okay, that's like a 3. It's a failure, yeah.
Okay, so he has got his first attack smashes in there, and his second one comes in, and also this one's coming at you for a 18 to hit your PD.
Another super brutal. That's beyond brutal.
It's 1 more. It's like a brutal 2.
Both brutal, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be that 5 damage goes to 6 damage, but you still have it to 3 still. So another cool little benefit there of raging. So 3 damage again, but you are now grappled inside its hands as it squeezes you. I don't know what's a good grab. I'm gonna put a fist on you. There you go.
Use my hit points to have it to reduce 2 damage from that.
Okay, yeah, so take away 2 damage from that, down to 1 damage. Yep, gotcha. And that is the golem's turn. As something strange happens after it grabs you, it goes, and it punches the ceiling. And as it punches the ceiling, you see I'll make this a bright red color. As I do this, just to so it's very, very clear here. Wait, why can't there it is. And you see this area right here starts to shake and fall. Bits of the starts to shake and parts of the ceiling start to fall. Nothing happens right now, but some of the ceiling's falling. So, in Casavel, you really notice this. You're like up against it, and it's like you're okay. And that is its go. Back to you guys.
I'm happy if you want to go, Casavel, but I can do something quite annoying for them if I go immediately after Zugzug, I think.
Then go ahead.
Okay, in that case, I'll start by... I've already used 1 action point, but I'll use 1 to teleport 5 feet before making an attack, and then I will make an attack and cast a spell at the same time, targeting this water worm.
Woohoo! Yep.
Do them both. So I'll cast Firebolt. It's the only cantrip I have.
Yeah.
Firebolt with a whip attack, but it's the same... It's the same attack roll, I believe.
Yeah. Are you doing a spell strike where you're doing an attack all at once?
Yeah,
yep.
It's the spell blade thing. Yeah.
Yep.
It's just plus 5, isn't it? Plus 4.
Plus 4 to the attack.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Not really about the attack anyway, but I get a 23. Awesome. So that's
23. Nice. 23.
I should clarify. This is a reach and an impact weapon. At the same time.
Yeah.
So that's why I can attack from here with the. It's another custom weapon.
Yep. That's a brutal.
Plus 1. That's a brutal. Which is already 2.
So
the normal hit, which is 3. Plus the impact, which is 4 damage. And then there's the firebolt damage,
which is 2 damage.
Maybe half if it's made of water. I'm not sure.
No, in this case, no. I will say that the properties of this water. This is not. It's almost not truly a water elemental as much as it's like a sludge, mucky, nasty bits of kind of grossness water elemental. No, there's no fire or fire vulnerability or resistance there. Then that 5 goes to 6, 7.
Yes.
7 damage. immediately burst this thing as you teleport away from it and turn around. What does it look? What does Ignobius's attacks look like? There's a lot of stuff that happened for this old man. What does that look like as this thing bursts?
He actually is, as we'll see, he's surprised. Although he's slow, he has occasional moments where the elven heritage shines through almost out of nowhere, and there's an impressive degree of grace here.
I
For
imagine
flavor,
them-
I'll also throw in. I am going to use an action point to take a full dodge action as well, which I can do as an elf. I can dodge full.
With one action point.
Yeah.
Yep.
So all incoming attacks, I think, have advantage, and plus advantage on evasion checks as well, or acrobatics maybe.
I'll have to look at that one.
I'll double check.
Yeah.
So that's my second. I've only got one action point remaining, and I'm going to also use this to taunt all creatures within 5 feet.
Oh.
I also have the heroic.
Okay.
Which is enough to hit both of these guys.
Yep.
So that's another. It's just an attack roll, so it's just a d20 plus 4, I think. Yeah. Oh, 14. Okay. I was hoping it.
14. Okay, so 14, and I'm going against all within 5, so that's going to be Bebo fails, and the golem does not fail. 19 on the dice, so the golem does not fail. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there you go. So Bebo is taunted, and the water elemental just died. So done, nice. And
Bebo now taunted by both Zogzog and myself.
yes,
So he would
yes,
have
both.
disadvantage on everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Okay,
Right.
and then I'll use the rest of. Is it an action to move?
At one action point to move. Yes.
Okay, in that case, sorry, I won't actually have dodged. I will just move using the remainder of my movement, which is I only have 4.
Okay.
I'll go to here, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not even go to here.
Yeah.
You know,
Kind of around the
I'll go
bookcase.
to here.
You know what?
No, I'll take all 4 to go back. One.
The slippery slope there just happened. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll try and get behind them for next time. Okay, and that's the end of my turn then.
Ignobius. Well done. Very nice.
My 4 action points back.
Got it. So Ignobius there now goes to Bebo, who is doubly taunted and now very scared of this little guy who's definitely not been. He starts to scramble and kind of backpedals away from Zug to start to run this way. So he's going to go 1, 2. He sees Ignobius there, and he runs this way 3, 4, and then how much movement does he have? He's just kind of scrambling around right now. And then that's one action point, and then he's going to also go. 1, 2, and then at this point he is going to actually Ignobius. You kind of see him. He gets to here, and then you hear, "Bebo, go get me more vials. Go, hurry!" And then he as he just kind of runs off into the corner here, and he ends up at these little desk tables that Ignobius you can still see. He's just kind of fiddling with some arcane vial materials over here frantically, and that's Bebo's turn. And we're back to now Cazuvel.
All right. So just a question. If I was in this square here at the ceiling, would that give me the angle to see
Yes.
Pickle?
Yes. The bookshelves don't go up to the ceiling at all. They're like halfway up, so you'd be able to. Yeah, you could see down on them. Yeah.
So I will use 1 action point to move.
Yep. Flying across.
Then I will use a second action point and a stamina point to Hunter's Mark him.
Ooh. Oh, and you see him now. So he is. Boof. He's right there. Hunter's Mark. Yes.
And then I will fire my crossbow at him. Heavy crossbow.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Be with advantage. So each of these are at +4. So let's do that. Oh, there is a 22 or 20 there. Hey, I didn't roll ones.
Yeah.
Hey, combat started now. You're good.
Matters.
You rolled 3 1s in a row, by the way. It's just.
And, I think I would like to add my D12 on there.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
So let's make that 29.
29. 20.
And I think I would like to add my D6 on there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, inspiration, baby. Oh,
34.
34. Jeez. Okay, so a 34 attack is so 20 is a brutal. Okay, so your base damage is 3, right?
Base damage is 3.
Yeah, heavy, brutal. 25 would be one more brutal. 30 is one more brutal, and you got 34. So that's 7 damage from that. And then, Hunter's Mark doesn't give +1 damage, right? That's where you got one of the advantages from.
But that's where Hunter's Strike comes in, where I spend the other superior.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay.
And I will be doing a immobile snare.
Yes.
I'll add 2 more damage. And I need an agility save against being slowed.
I would make that, but you have one-shot this man.
Oh, sorry, a physical save against being immobilized is what it is.
I refuse to make it because you have one-shot him.
Okay.
So Kazuvel, at 9 damage in 1 hit, what does this look like? What does this look like that Kazuvel does this?
Oh well, the camera is in on what's his pickle?
Melog.
And he's looking around and he's scared. And in the shadows behind you see Kazuvel rides up. And he turns around. No! And then it gets stuck to the bookshelf.
He is pinned to the golem. He just gets pinned to the golem.
That makes more sense. The bookshelf would have been an odd angle.
He gets pinned to the golem.
And then some lens flare goes across.
Nicely done, Kazuvel.
Like, no, it's too bright.
As he disappears in the flare.
Jeez. And what's also crazy about that is this spellcaster, a little bit of a glass cannon. He had 9 health, and he has a feature which I'm going to say now just to kind of mend my own wounds. Of as you deal damage to the golem, he takes the parts from the golem and takes it onto himself as the form of temporary hit points. He gains another arm. He like turns himself into a Gundam, like a junk Gundam suit of armor as you deal damage to the golem. But no one dealt any damage to the golem. And then the shadow assassin flew over and one-shot him. So there goes Melog. All right, great. And then Bebo looks across from the room. No! As Melog he's impaled. He doesn't say anything. No, he doesn't say anything. 9 damage. He doesn't say nothing. Bebo looks very distraught and upset now as he looks over to Kazuvel. And that is Kazuvel's turn. Nicely done. Top of the lineup now. We go to the water elementals. As you then see... Oh, no, I made the sound effect without doing it. There's a water elemental arises. A water elemental arises, and a water elemental arises as they now rush in. This one taunted by Zugzug.
I'm sorry, my turn wasn't done.
No way.
Well, yeah, I made 1 attack. I did Hunter's Mark and 1 attack. That's only 2 action points.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
For 3, yeah.
Yeah. So move, attack. Okay. I thought you pumped things into that.
I've got 1 more.
Go for it. You can reload your crossbow.
Yeah. So that's what I'll do. I'll reload my crossbow.
Yeah. That's usually a thing to remember there. Okay, cool. All right, nice. It all works out. We don't have to rewind anything. So water elementals surge to the surface as Zugzug technically taunted this one. I made a save for it because it was in the middle of forming. So this is going to run up to Zugzug. This one is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2 run up to here. And also, this one is going to Kazuvel's. You're still flying on the ceiling, right?
Yep.
So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he has to spend his last action point to get to here for Ignobius. This one already spent 2 action points. This one only spent 1, so it does have enough to attack Zugzug for a 18 to hit.
No, that brutal hits.
Brutal hits.
1 above brutal hits.
So wait, one more a beyond brutal?
Yes.
Okay. So that is 2 damage, heavy, brutal, extra brutal, 5 damage, half to 3. There we go. And as these water elementals come in to connect and touch, as soon as this other had enough movement speed to move into the space of this one, you then see something else happens. Oh, I almost deleted too many things. You see something else happens. In its place, rising up is a much larger water elemental. The 2 elementals pool up together and merge into a larger creature now, with some enhanced things happening there. So there's that. And you also still see churning over here. I accidentally deleted that. You still see churning. These pools of water are still kind of bubbling up, but that's the water's turn. Ariana.
I think I want to try and focus on this golem now. So Ari's going to make another heroic leap. So she's going to come. Oops, got the wrong thing clicked. She's going to come flying in just to here. And spend a stamina point, make an attack. The first thing that I'm gonna do is switch into scorpion stance.
Okay, gotcha. Yep.
That's my third one. So yeah, she comes flying in with like a flying roundhouse kick, for a 22 to hit.
22 to hit the golem. 22 is a heavy.
Nice.
Which bypasses its damage reduction. So it does have a damage reduction. You just bypass that with a heavy. Yep.
Okay. So let me make sure I do this right. There's a lot to remember. So I make the attack. It's an impact weapon, so I get a +1 on a heavy hit. So that's 3 damage, right?
Yep. And you're not surrounded or anything, so there's no mongoose thing happening this time.
Right, because I'm in Scorpion this time. So this says that when I make a melee martial attack, I can spend an AP to deal +1 damage and force to the target.
Oh, yeah.
And force the target to make a physical save against my save DC.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
On a failure, they're impaired. So I'm going to spend a second action point here to add damage, so that's 4 damage.
Gotcha.
They have to make a physical save against my save DC, which is... What's my save?
14, I believe. Everybody's just 14.
Yes.
So that is a 17. That is a 17. He's very strong physically. But also in the same vein that I talked to with when it happened with Will on the defensive side of things, you're fine this time because but whenever you do make an attack and you like make your custom attack, you say everything beforehand and then you pump it in because it's like that paladin from D&D Divine Smite, like I crit. Now I will retroactively choose. Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Question that if I would have done that just for future reference. This says when you make a melee attack, you can spend 1 AP to deal +1 damage. If I say I'm gonna do my scorpion special to try and impair him, if I would have missed, would it still?
You still spend the action points. Yep. Okay. Same thing with power attacks. Like everyone, like the monk's extra cool because it gets for 1 action point, you get +1 damage and the save thing. So it's like 2 action points for 1. Everyone has a power attack. And you have to say that beforehand, and you're kind of putting all the eggs in the basket, cross your fingers, and then it lands, or it doesn't, right? So that's still 4 damage because it was 3, and then you added the +1 from the Scorpion Strike situation. Right. And question to you: what type of damage is this?
Sorry, I was a flying kick, so my shin guards bludgeoning.
This thing has vulnerability to bludgeoning 2. So every time it takes bludgeoning damage, it takes 2 more bludgeoning damage. So that is 6 points of damage to the golem. Very nice. And you have procced one of its abilities, but this case, its ability is Crumble, and it's a bad ability for it. Roll me a D4. You guys learn that when this creature takes big chunks of damage, parts of it fall off. And what'd you get?
3.
Its head falls off. So the spinning roundhouse mega kick, you jump up, you leap perfectly for Ariana to do this. You leap all the way up to the top of its over 10-foot head and just kick its head clean off as it goes flying back and off of its shoulders as it's now blinded and is disadvantaged on all of its attacks. So well done there. Big chunks of damage cause rolls on its crumble table. So very nice there. And I still think you have more stuff to do.
Yeah, that was 2 AP. Now, and I spent a stamina, but then I regained it. Sorry. If it's blinded, does it have disadvantage? Sorry. Do I have advantage on
attacks against it?
Wait, I was going to try and knock him prone, but I don't need to do that. Okay, so with my third action point, I'm going to make it just a fist attack. This is not bludgeoning. This is the pick.
Yep.
So it won't do the extra damage, but.
As a side note too, you could choose, so the choice you have, which is an interesting choice I think, is you're dual wielding, so you have your bludgeoning weapon in one hand and the piercing weapon, right? You can choose to make an attack with a bludgeoning again. It would be a disadvantage, but it'd have a +2 damage bonus.
Right.
So
I'll make this attack, and then on my last attack
okay, we'll see what's going on. Okay, I got you. Okay.
This one's with advantage.
Also, quick thought is you spend an action point to move, right?
Well, my what's it called? My heroic leap moves and makes the.
Oh, you did heroic leap again. Okay, never mind. There we go. We're good. I missed that part. All right, cool. So what's your attack then?
21 to hit.
21 to hit. 21 to hit is like heavy again.
Okay, so that does an extra 1, so it's just 2 damage, right? Yeah.
Does this have impact?
Yes, sorry.
So 3 damage. Yeah, 3 damage. Gotcha. And then you didn't do the extra thing, so that's 3 damage. Boom, 3 more damage. Got him.
And then from my last attack, I'm going to go back to my kick. It would have advantage, but it's got disadvantage because I already made a kick against him.
Flat roll.
That weapon.
There you go.
Flat roll to hit is a 19.
19 is exactly a heavy hit. So it's another 3 damage, but this is bludgeoning now, which adds 2 more. So 5 damage. And you proc the crumble table again. Roll another d4. 9 is a 14. This thing is now bloodied. 1, its arm. One of the 2 arms it has falls and hits the ground. We'll say it's the left arm that was hanging over Melog as Melog just gets crushed underneath the shambles of its own creation, as it now has 1 arm left and it loses its ability to use one of its features with that arm. So well done there.
So she comes flying in, knocks his head off, lands, does like a punch to the kneecap, and then does another like roundhouse and like
at the shoulder joint, like a bicycle kick, like they do in soccer or whatever, and boom, cleaves the shoulder off as it falls to the ground. Nicely done, Ariana. And Mel.
Go into Cobra Stance.
Cobra Stance, got it. Melog is next and dead on the floor as he twitches under the rubble and the arrow in his forehead. And Zug, you're up.
I will yell to Bebo, and I'll say, Bebo, you should join us. We also have an old man in search of a partner. Please. And I will use my free once per combat. I can take a shove or grapple as a minor action. And so I'm also technically a large-sized creature.
Yeah.
So I can try to grapple the golem, right?
Yeah, you can.
I'll try and do that.
And so how this works too, just behind the scenes stuff, mechanics, is if you are 2 sizes lower, you cannot grapple. Because you're 1 size lower, you can. He just has advantage over you, just 1 advantage over, right? So he's going to roll 2 dice, you're rolling 1, but you absolutely could still grapple this thing. So go for it.
Oh, and could I like spend an action to get an advantage on that?
Yeah, you can give yourself advantage, yeah.
Hells yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you something here for Bebo in a second too. So that is, it's only an 17 for me.
Well, I rolled a natural 16 and I had
so done.
23.
Absolutely. It's 1 arm, 2 leg, headless creature. You just grab. Where do you grab? You grabbing its arm? You grabbing its body? Leg?
I'll just. So he has me grappled, I guess. So like I'll pull him down. I'm grabbing his hand.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You've like hunker down yourself and grab the hand that's grabbing you, and y'all kind of locked in with each other in a bit of a wrestle right now. I see it. I also, you said something to Bebo. I need you to give me an influence check for Bebo.
Oh.
Influence. Okay.
I feel like it was coming from a good place, so it's not
Yeah.
intimidation. So
Okay, and I can. This is I guess. Can I use my D12 combat even though this is?
yeah, you can use it during this combat. Yeah.
Got you. Okay, so that's a natural 10. D12. Do I have a D12? I do. Oh, it's D12. Yeah. Okay. Plus. What's that? 5. Plus 15.
15.
Wait, hold on. And then plus 1 is 16.
16. The combat, and this is another thing in general, and just for game masters to think if they like this too, I have very much liked the encounter DC in DC20, where it kind of washes my hands clean of these type of moments where it could feel like I'm giving it to you. I'm like, oh yeah, that works. The encounter DC is 14. You needed to hit a 14, and you hit a 14. So, Bebo, you hear this calling come out as Bebo looks around and says, we too have an old man, and Bebo's eyes look across the room and they lock with Ignobius. They lock eyes with Ignobius, and his head turns slightly.
Get the careless whisper. Yeah.
This is the relationship that he's been looking for. He thought it was the Baroness or whatever. No.
And he looks across and sees you across the water elemental, kind of getting in the way some. Kind of like getting in the way.
100 years.
So that is that. Oh, Zug. That was your. Do you have all your action points? You still have more.
Yeah. So I do the free action, and then
that's right.
I want to give advantage to myself, so I have him grappled.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a. What is that?
This is what I called my ultimate fist.
Because I gain plus damage from rage,
Uh-huh.
and if I have him grappled.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then my stance, because I also have the Cobra stance. So if he hit me last turn, extra damage. So
yeah, and he did.
One attack.
Okay.
And I'll spend 2 die to give myself advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
11 plus 4, 15.
15 to hit?
Yes.
15 is a hit.
Yes.
And so so that's 4 damage, I think. Yeah.
So 1 damage from your weapon, right? And then you added in the rage.
The grapple. Then because I deal more damage if I'm grappling a person.
Oh yeah, Cobra. Yeah, that's where the 4th one comes in. Yep. So 4 damage gets halved to 2 because you did not bypass his damage reduction. But that is 2 damage taken to him as you still have the grapple on him, and you smash him in the center of the body. Parts just kind of fall off to the ground.
Sorry. Aren't your fists bludgeoning damage, Rex? Or are you using a weapon?
No, fist, yeah. It's my
bludgeoning.
Special made weapon.
Yeah.
It's fist, yeah.
Yeah, bludgeoning. Very good call. Oh, wait. So 2 damage.
He's weak to bludgeoning?
He is vulnerable to vulnerable to bludgeoning. Deals an extra 2 damage every time. So the 4 damage turns into 6 damage and then gets halved to 3 damage still. So that is still 1 more there. Very nice. This thing is well bloodied as far as its like constitution of itself, as you've smashed now 17 points worth of damage into this thing. It is kind of lingering. Its head's already gone, its arm's already gone. It is teetering on its last bits here. But that is that your go, Zug?
I think I got 1 more action point.
Oh shoot!
I'll use it to restrain if I can, because restrained he needs to be grappled, which he is.
Which already is. Athletics check contest, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Ooh.
That's a natural 18.
Oh
boy. So that's 25. Yes.
24. 24. So very nice. Yeah.
That's sick.
As it's like in its final little pieces here, pieces are just kind of falling off randomly. You pull it in and it is restrained. It cannot move. Attacks against it. Wait a second. Time out. It's blind.
Blinded. Yeah.
It was blinded. So Zug, roll me 1 more d20 to see if we can go back if you roll higher than whatever you rolled last time. I don't know what you rolled on the dice, but it could possibly be higher.
You rolled a 15 total.
Yeah, no, it's not higher.
It's not higher. Okay, cool. Just checking with that. So now it's restrained and blinded, so it has double advantage on any attacks against it for this point now, as the headless creature is now being held down by the massive strength of Zug Zug. And now it's the golem's turn. Oh gosh. Okay. As it's still trained on Zug Zug. Ariana just trained. Actually, it's blind, so it's just going to, and it lost its ability to do its toss ability, so it's just going to stomp. It's going to do its stomp attack, which is an area around it. This is targeting AD. It's just smashing everything around it. I've bypassed your PD, Ariana. But I chose that because I didn't have any abilities. It's not meta. But he's gonna put everything into this stomp attack. So both of you give me a might save. Is what's gonna happen here. Both give me a might save, and I'm gonna stomp y'all. 17, 21,
12.
12 and 8 both fail. Ariana, before taking, we'll just deal the damage out too. That is a 21 against AD.
Yeah, that succeeds.
That's a heavy on me.
Oh, you know what?
That's a brutal on me.
It's a brutal on you. Okay. So I'm not going to, I could have done a really crazy wombo combo, but that's not what the rules are. So real quick to myself, at the top of his turn, I should have described this happening first. I could have, if I like lied and said it's at the end of his turn, that would have been cooler because I would have punted Zug Zug into this. But at the top of his turn, the sketchy ceiling that you guys smartly moved out of crumbles and falls, and is now, the ceiling falls out from under itself, crushes everything underneath it. Would have dealt some damage, would have been some pinned underneath the rubble thing, so well done there on moving. That's another mechanic. Shout out to Pointy Hat for some cool things that kind of got that inspiration going, of layer actions in DC20 being something that happens at the end of his go and then constitutes or comes to fruition at the beginning of his turn. So there's that. But after that is said and done, both of you, there was a heavy, so the 2 damage goes to 3 bludgeoning damage to Zug Zug. The water elemental also takes 3 damage because he got smashed by his own blind friend there. Zug Zug flies back 3 spaces, and then Ariana flies back 3 spaces, boom, boom, and boom. Into the bookshelf. Actually, you know what? No, actually, how bludgeoning damage works, you did not move that last space. You take 1 extra damage for not moving. So Zug Zug takes 3 damage. Ariana takes, was a brutal, so 2 goes to 3, 4 damage, and then 1 more for the bookshelf of 5 damage to Ariana.
And
boom.
Half that as a raise.
Yes, you do. You have that as raised down to 2. Yep. Nicely done, and that's its entire turn. As it lulls around. Oh, wait. Zug Zug, you were grabbing onto him.
I was.
Yeah, you were grabbing onto him. I will say you don't fly backwards. You have already worked hard enough to be holding on to this guy, and he would have disadvantage on that attack. So hold on. That would be enough to be a by 5 lower. So both of you take away 1 more of that damage from the disadvantage from the hold. He's holding. You're like holding his arm. He lifts his foot up, and you kind of move him off balance as he like slams his foot down, but a little bit less good as it was before. And there's that. We'll say his the leg that Melog was pinned to lifts up, and Melog flops to the ground as he then squashes Melog. The final frame of this. Nicely done. That is the golem Ignobius. You see a potential lover across the room from you, and the only thing standing between you is this water elemental.
Yeah, Bebo, I'll be quick, my dear. Can I use my teleport to teleport 5 feet to the other side of this bookshop? Is that something that I can do?
I will say absolutely, because it is that small of a distance, and this is just like a thin shelf with all the stuff, and you've seen the space behind it beforehand. Yeah.
Cool. I can only teleport before
That's
making
it.
an attack, so I'll teleport as I cast a firebolt towards the golem with my first.
Oh wow! Cool.
So that's just a d20 plus 4. It's an advantage because he's blinded, right?
Yep.
Does it get advantage again because he's?
Oh, you have another advantage. He's restrained and blind, so that's three total.
Well, we missed all of them.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. A 10, 2, and a 6. That's okay. I will then
What's the highest? What was the highest one there?
Oh, sorry, you already
a
added
10.
4.
Just
Oh, you already added the 4. Okay, yep. Okay.
4. Yeah, it was the highest I rolled was a 6.
Bebo's in your head. You're not focused on combat anymore. Guile told you to focus on combat, and you got lost for a second. This is why.
It's hard. It's been a long time. I will use 1 action point to move. To here, and then I'll use 2 more action points to attack again. This time, doing both my, the simultaneous casting attack that Spellblades can do.
Yep. Spell strike.
This is again. So this time it's only going to be 2. Wait, yeah, because I'm attacking again. It costs double the action points, right?
No, it's a disadvantage. But in this case,
okay, great.
The 3 that you dropped to 1 advantage instead of 2 advantages. So.
Oh, great. Yeah. In that case, I'll totally.
So 2 d20s. Take the highest this time.
This time it's a 15.
15 hits. 15 does hit.
Oh, cool. Okay, great.
Yep.
That's with an impact weapon. So that's 2 from the firebolt, 1 for hitting, plus 1 for the impact.
Well, it was just a hit, not a heavy hit.
Impact.
Impact only does heavy hits. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So 1 base damage for hitting, and then plus 2 from the firebolt for 3 total damage. Right.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Gotcha. And the PDR does reduce the physical damage you dealt from that a little bit, but you still deal 2 damage from that hit. So
firebolt, basically.
Yeah, just the firebolt that hits. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I still have 1 action point left. So I think this time I'm gonna Shield of Faith. For 1. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
It's not like okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Using 1 of my mana points because I haven't used any yet.
There you go.
Okay, so that's just a spellcasting check, isn't it?
Yep. Just a spell check.
Oh, for exactly 10. I think that's the lowest that it needs.
Yeah, and it gives the temporary updated one gives 3 PD. So Zug, you have 3 more PD. Which is great for you because you have like single digit PD. So very nice. There is Ignobius. Next turn is Bebo. Standing around all of these vials, runs over carrying a ton of vials in his hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 of their 3 action points are used here, and he's holding all sorts of vials of all sorts of things, and then he looks at you with longing eyes. Good for you.
Pour them into my mouth, Bebo. I guess. I don't know how tall Bebo is, but I'm relatively short.
Yeah, he's relatively short too. So he starts to pour vials of this random liquid into your mouth, and we'll get back to that here in just a second. So then now, Cazavel, it's your turn.
All right, so all Cazavel can think about at this point is he only cares about the effectiveness of the party. And he was told by Ignobius that the magical number is 4.
Oh no.
So he looks at Bebo, starts putting his crossbow, and he's like, should probably take care of the construct first.
No, the edgelord, the most edgiest thing you could possibly do.
I will
After
Hunter's Mark.
500 years, finally found love.
Okay. Cazavel makes the shot. I see it. I absolutely see it. Don't you worry.
Doing good.
I fully see it.
First, I will Hunter's Mark the construct.
Okay, gotcha.
And I will fire at it.
Yep.
Here we go. With advantage, 15.
Another advantage too. The Hunter's Mark, I believe, gives advantage to you already. So you would technically be rolling 4 d20s and taking the highest if you did this like all at once. So you have your shot, the advantage from your Hunter's Mark, the blind, and the restrained.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot those
Makes
stats.
no difference.
Yeah.
Okay, no difference. And that's also just a side note of like why I want stacking in DC20 is for the team aspect of things, to be able to allow this to happen, for these cool things to be able to like teamwork, right? So the highest of all of those was a 15,
Yep.
right? Which hits.
That is correct. Okay. My attacks with Hunter's Mark ignore his PR.
Oh, sick. I forgot about that. Damn. Okay, yeah. So that is his PDR is bypassed. So that's a 3 base damage, right?
Yep.
And
That's it.
it's not reduced, which
Yeah.
because it's not reduced, it is enough to kill it. How does this look, Kazavel, as you slay the golem?
Well, I just kill stealed here. So you've got the construct and Zug's pounding it and Ariana's in and out, bang bang bang, and Ignobius is and it's reeling and about to lose and start to fall. And as it's halfway falling, I come in and shoot it on the way down.
The last center mass chunk to make it.
My kill.
My kill. As the golem also falls, dud. Melog,
That's 2 actions.
dud. Yes. Oh no.
So my third action point will be to reload. Mm-hmm. Actually, is it an action point to switch weapons?
Switching weapons, it's a minor action to sheath or unsheath, and so if you minor action put your weapon away, you can draw as part of an action another weapon.
Yeah, it's not worth it. I'll
Okay.
reload.
Okay.
And then one more action left. Yeah, I guess I'll just take an attack at disadvantage against the water elemental.
Oh, I didn't know. I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, do we?
There is a
There's a water. There's one right next to you.
Yeah, but he's a mini.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking that you
I
had
missed.
disadvantage because it was too far away or something, but it's not distance.
missed.
It's that you're making another attack.
Oof. Is that a natural 1 miss?
That's a natural one.
So you are exposed again, but your flying is probably not going to be affected by that. So well done there. Nice. The natural one comes from that focus on Bebo. You are focused. You're like, do I make the shot? Do I do it?
I'm like
No.
Or Ignobius,
Yeah.
mighty warrior, and but he has this this
getting waterboarded
restriction
right now.
of only 4 per group. And he's exposing himself to potentially his own end. Do I save him?
We'll see what happens when the potions take their effect.
Yeah.
There it is.
I do have to say, Alan, you might have made a mistake because this ranger feels kind of good.
Oh, I know. I should have kept the ranger down. You know, like
You really should have. I don't understand why you're not punching down on the ranger. It's kind of like what people do when they make RPGs.
Well, to add to that, what's funny is Melog got 1 shot, but what would have also happened is whenever hunters, aka rangers, do a heavy hit, they add like a hunter's mark, a help dice to the target, so the next attack has a help dice on that target, but he keeps killing the things he shoots. So that's the only downside there.
Don't want to help anyone else.
Yeah, no,
Right.
only attack the lone wolf.
Can I avoid this stupid help tactic?
Let me just kill the target. In a beautiful, so that ends a turn, and back to the top of the lineup. At the top of the lineup, this is an interesting also thing here in DC20. In these moments where the combat has been won, a white flag mechanic is what essentially I call it. And you guys have absolutely destroyed the BBEG and his big summon boss. The bubbles of pools of water and the lingering magic start to die down. There's 1 water elemental left over here, 1 water elemental left over here, and I leave that up to you guys to describe how you end this, as this massive water elemental is like swirling around Zug, completely focused on Zug. Ignobius is getting waterboarded with different random potion elements, and the small tiny water elemental starts to kind of swirl over towards Kazavel. How do you guys finish off these water elementals?
I think there's got to be some sort of mechanic where like the potions that are getting poured into Ignobius are somehow draining the water element. Getting smaller and smaller.
There can only be so much magic, and one after one, they start shrinking.
Ingesting them.
Yeah. They start to shrink.
Yeah, Zug Zug had an eye to drink at least one of the water elements.
I was going to say, I'm literally drinking this elemental.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
doing my best.
Yes.
Ariana just doesn't see that. She's just next to Ignobius. She's like, wow, these potions are magic. Look, the water elementals are getting smaller and smaller. And Zug Zug's like standing behind one of them with a straw, like...
Well, the water elementals have a feature of consume. So the water elemental uses the consume feature on Zug Zug, but then Zug Zug starts to drink it. And this big, hearty, big-tummied, you just start to drink it from inside of it as it starts to shrink and get smaller. And the water just eventually, you're just wet and covered in water that you just drank that tasted a bit salty. And the final water elemental struggles and tries to go get Kazuvel, but it just cannot, no matter how hard it tries to get Kazuvel. Kazuvel, how do you end this last final water elemental as it shrinks slowly and slowly?
Oh, he flies up into the corner and swirls into the darkness, and he lets everyone else deal with it.
Okay, never mind. Then the water elemental.
Ari just walks over to it and just steps on it.
Yeah. It's shrunken down so small to where it goes up to Bebo, and then you just step on it, and combat is lifted, and well done. As we now have to get to what happens to Ignobius with these potions that he drinks on here. I want Ignobius and possibly some input from everybody else. I want you to come up with a good scenario and a bad scenario of what this could happen.
It's funny because I literally asked Serafina what happened if I drank this thing.
Yeah,
you're gonna die.
That's the worst case scenario. Seemed to have been laid out right from the beginning.
Very true. We'll brainstorm what the best case scenario. Low case scenario, you die. So the best case scenario. What's the best case scenario?
Scenario is because we've seen things that are living come to life too, but they're like trees and branches and stuff like that. So I'm imagining all his mustache comes to life on its own, and
interesting.
I think it gets younger too. It's
life plus life equals immortality.
In fact, maybe Ignobius, the character, is replaced by 1,000 animated bits of Ignobius that walk as one.
My last final thought is like
that's a best case scenario.
What if it's like a Beauty and the Beast Shrek scenario where Ignobius becomes an animated construct along with Bebo, and they both become animated constructs? So
essentially a flesh golem.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. So of all those options, Will, what do you think is the best scenario option? Because we're gonna roll for it. But
that's great. I'm happy to every joint and bone and cell in my body gains consciousness and they're all working together. I love that. As long as, like I say, if there's no more back pain, that is his best case scenario.
There we go. The individual's vertebrae spines be able to gain sentience amongst themselves and work together.
Organize themselves a little bit, pull their weight. Yeah.
So after the waterboarding's finished, you're both down. You finish. You drink it all. You feel the neurons in your body are like lighting up, and you look and make eye contact with Bebo. Are you okay? And then I need you to make a fate roll. A fate roll in DC20 again is a flat roll and high. It's a 50-50. 10 and lower is bad. 11
Barely.
and up is good. So at the lowest end of the positive, you live. And you'll continue to live maybe longer than you ever would have before. And you and Bebo embrace. You and Bebo hug and embrace. The camera keeps fanning back to a very large belly Zug Zug, kind of buckled over from drinking not only this water elemental, but just in case while this is going on, I feel like Zug Zug also traveled around the room to drink the rest of this water. And you are just waterboarded yourself by your own choice. As Ariana is the witness to what just happened with Ignobius and Bebo. And the camera finishes over the shoulder of the dark one in the corner, holding a crossbow to Bebo. And that,
Oh no, I think
reveals
that's
the
where
new-
we fade to black.
The new D&D.
It's like the
And-
continue.
Find out what happens next.
and that's where it fades to black, unknowing on if the shot was fired or not. That's where the session ends. Well done, everyone. Well done. Nice, guys. Nice. Oh, wow. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. There you go. They crushed it. That was super awesome to see them max out all the things and squeeze out so much out of each action point that they put into their character. Super cool. And I also like to stop and kind of, for you guys, just talk about some mechanics and showcase the rules of how they kind of work, what's going on, so you can really see what's kind of going on behind the scenes here. Because in these one shots, a lot of times this is first time these people's first time playing it or using some of these features ever, which also gets dialed back whenever you're actually playing this week after week and stuff. But if you like DC20, you saw what is going on here. Links to their channels, the affiliate link to give back to them as well, to pick up DC20s in the description as well, as long as Patreon, where I release monthly content as well on extra early access material for DC20 and stuff. And it's the support of you guys that helps make this game as best possible as it is. It gives me the extra time and people to be able to pour focus and love and passion into to make this game as best as possible. And that's thanks to y'all. Stay creative. Think outside the box. Peace.